Goddess of Victory, NIKKE!
Fully active! Pierce through!
How do I look? Sexy, perhaps?
Charging battery.
Okay. I think I'm here. I think I'm mostly in one piece. For the most part. Alright, it's story time. Just give me a second here to get situated. Yeah. Lose a turn. You see, in that case, my flipper little thing was the little thing from the wheel forward. Anyway. Hi, everybody. Konbanwa. Konnichiwa. Ohayo. Wherever you might be. Hope you're all doing well. So yeah, I didn't expect to get sick on Friday. So like on Friday, I was getting ready to like come on and like figure out some stuff for Valhalla. Looking forward to playing that a little bit more, you know, stuff like that. And then like, I think I just picked up something, and it took a day or so for it to get into my system. And by Friday afternoon, I was like, yeah, not feel like. Friday morning was like, don't feel 100%, but I'm okay. And then it just like went downhill. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I was mostly bedridden, shivering, headaches, cough, hacking cough, the whole 9 yards there. So I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm streaming. I know I put it on the Discord. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream, and I feel bad. You know, because I do enjoy doing this. It's fun. It's interesting to me, and I get to meet new people. But yeah, I just didn't have it in me. Today I feel like, well, today I took my temperature. It's back in the normal range. I'm not shivering as much. Got some coldness, but like, you know, that's what space heaters are for, and tea and all that. But mostly it's just now down to a cough and me on occasion like hacking up a lung. But so apologies in advance if I do that. If I like go offline, I don't have a cough button anywhere here. You know, I'm not that advanced. I'm not a professional person. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm not a professional human being. So if I need to like go blow my nose or something, please forgive me in advance. But I will try not to gross anybody out who might be coming in here. And you can probably already hear it. Like I can just hear it, like my voice. Oh God. It's just because my throat has been coughed, just sore as hell this last couple days. Anyway. But I did feel well enough to be like, I want to continue playing NIKKE. And I had been playing it offline. Like, the only things that were keeping me occupied for the weekend were Games Done Quick, which was a lot of fun to watch. I didn't watch everything because, like, being in Japan, the hours were a little off, so, like, I would get, like, some cool stuff, but, like, a lot of, like, the midnight graveyard shift stuff, which had some interesting things being played, for sure, but, like, I feel like they kept the big stuff for, like, the American audience. That being said, like, being able to see, like, the randomizer, the Ocarina of Time, like, that was the one I watched all the way through, and it's like, God, Ocarina of Time was a game that was glued together with, like, hot glue and popsicle sticks, and it's amazing it was kept together as well as it did for the longest time, right? At least it felt that way just watching this guy, like, oh, I can just do this, I can break through this, I can glue through here, there's a misalignment with this zone here on the wall. I'm just like, wow, that's crazy cool. So that kept me busy, and of course I just ground out stuff with my NIKKE stuff. And I did cut a couple of new ones. For example, it's Mary. Commander, you've been up to a lot lately, haven't you? No, I don't know. Mary, I don't know who you've been talking to, but I think they might be lying to you. Are you feeling okay? Ugh. You know, this is the other thing that came to mind. As I think I pulled Mary on Saturday. I had like a free pull, and I got lucky. And she came up and like, I feel being called out by the game. It's like, are you feeling okay? I'm not healthy as a horse right now. But I guess I could, I'm a little hungover. Oh dear, sounds like you had a little too much to drink. You should know excessive drinking is harmful to your health. When I'm asking doesn't necessarily pertain to hangovers. Be honest with me. You haven't been sleeping well lately. Why do I feel called out? This is where I find out that NIKKE developers have been watching me the entire time. How'd you know? Rappy consulted me about it. She's worried you haven't been getting enough sleep lately. Really? I understand you got a lot on your plate, but you're overworking yourself. You keep leading this kind of lifestyle, it'll wreak havoc on your schedule. I'll try to be more mindful. You really should. I know your work weighs heavy on your mind, and old habits die hard. So I'll send you some special supplements for sleep. Be sure to take them. Arigato, Mary. God, she's right about that. Work-life balance ain't the best right now, but I'll keep trying. Seraphim, right? Because I also have Pepper, so that's the Seraphim squad. Did you go to hospital today? Nope. Is that so? Then how come I saw you at the hospital then? Oh, that. Is it because we miss Commander too much? That's true. We miss you, Commander. Thanks for the concern, Pepper. Are there times when you would tie the Commander up to a bed and just examine them all day? Nope, never thought about that kind of thing. Every deflection's a confession? That's accusation's a confession? That's so wrong. That's a crime! It sure is. However, why do I feel like that's more like therapy, though? It's all because Commander always gets wounded. They're always leaving the hospital ahead of schedule for the sake of completing tasks. They never considering other people's feelings. Why do I feel like she's like grabbing this nylon rope? I don't know. Even so, you can't tie me up for a medical examination. That's for sure. You really think I'd do that? I don't know, Mary. Mary's not that kind of person. That's the same, Commander. Before I really tie you up to the bed, you should come and take a comprehensive examination. Understand? Got it. Are you sure? Let me make an appointment for you. Wait a sec. Good idea. As expected from Pepper. Oh, Mary, you devious one. I'll take that as a compliment. Hold on a sec. See you then, Karen. See you then. I can start to see why people are a bit scary of Mary. Isn't that her nickname, Scary Mary? Maybe that's one that just came up in my head right now. She's Scary Mary, all right. Hi, Red. You ain't scary. You never will be, girl. Scary cool. All right. All right, so I did have a plan in mind for today. Let's get our daily daily nonsense out of the way.
Build you everything you need.
And then,
Thank you.
what I'll do,
Come again if you
what
need
I
anything.
plan to do, is go do footstep walk run, and then
Hope you put it to good use.
chapter 27.
Hope you put it to good use.
I didn't do this. I usually do this off screen.
You can take your time, Commander.
Welcome,
But
fellow shopaholic.
after Old
Another
Tales,
successful transaction.
I felt like I
Doesn't
can't.
it feel great
I
spending
can't-
money?
I can't
Thank you
hold
for
off.
coming.
I can't like keep this to myself anymore. I feel bad if I do.
Just wait until I become an adult.
Happy 2025, everybody. God damn, it's a beautiful little animation. All right. So, before I would do hard mode, like, offline, because it was like, it's just like, because you don't do anything. There's the missions themselves don't change, and you don't get additional story until the very end. And after Old Tales with Grave, I was like, yeah, I can't keep this to myself again. I have to let other people in on this. So I was like, okay, well, let's take inventory.
Here's the festival. Roger. Joining if it's a request from my subject.
I will always protect you, Commander.
Let's, if it's I was gonna say, after Old Tales was like, well, I gotta at least do the hard mode thing in front of on screen so everybody can share the story with me, because it's a good, like, after Grave and Old Tales was just like, it's too good to pass up. I can't take that risk anymore. Like, I can't do it to myself no more. 70 bars.
Sorry to break it to you, but
Oh,
this is the end.
that was Red. I thought it was someone else. Never mind.
Sorry to break it to you, but this
Now
is
we
the
must
end.
focus our attacks.
She just tears through those turns.
Oh, I was just getting into the groove.
Yeah, this thing didn't have a chance. It's already dead.
Why don't you just develop something like an incident magazine?
Fully active. Pierce through.
Get it, Rappy.
Down with those who
Those
would threaten the kingdom.
And of course, Marion, Modernia.
Target! Ahead!
Reload.
Fire at will!
Re-engaging, reloading.
I mean, both are acceptable, Crown. I would say that. I don't think you need to correct yourself there.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
Good job, Red. Good job, all. All right, that's 5 more credits. Did I really just do all 7 stages? I think that's the first time I've ever done that. Kind of proud of myself, to be honest. All right. All right. So I kept this off so that we can do it and see the last scene together. The boss doesn't change. There's no additional cutscenes. It's after you beat hard mode all the way through. So let's just get this out of the way real quick. Oh.
Just a second, teacher. Just like how I...
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
Hindrance to business detected. Removing now.
What are you looking at? Get lost.
Target! Ahead! Fire at will!
I don't know why, but I just like the way... you know what? It's something about songs that, like, where the singer, like, clearly puts in a lot of
As long as we're
effort.
together, I will never fall.
I know you won't. All right. So what happens at the end of Footstep Walk Run? In the not too distant past.
Hey,
Hi, Anise.
are you the one who we found wandering around?
I have a name.
Rappy, isn't it?
Right. And you're a niece.
You know my name?
You're famous.
I am?
Anise.
What do you know? I guess my reputation precedes me, even after retirement.
Oh, okay. I'll wait until after this cutscene's over.
How about it? You want an autograph?
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh? But I thought...
I'm not sure exactly what you're thinking, but it's incorrect.
But you know who I am. Doesn't that make me famous?
You are well known for your insubordination.
Well, it looks like it's a meeting of the celebrities.
Indeed.
So you and I are in the same squad now?
Looks like it.
No one else.
Just the two of us.
Ugh, this is ridiculous. Feels like they're putting the 2 black sheep together and hoping we sort ourselves out. Not exactly the most tactful approach.
Nah, who knows?
I guess it can't be helped.
Nope, but you know what? They say opposites work together sometimes.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Why don't you follow orders?
What is this? We've just met and you're already getting up in my grill?
Oh, wow.
I'm not looking to pick a fight. I'm simply curious.
Well, no reason in particular. I'm just tired of it. Tired of having to risk my life every day following orders from morons who wouldn't know their ass from a hole in the ground. They're always spouting up gibberish about how NIKKEs are supposed to risk their lives for humanity. Honestly, I don't care all that much about humanity reclaiming the surface and all that. The people in the Ark are garbage. All of them.
Wow.
Being told to do this and that really gets on my nerves.
Wow. What's up, Golden? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Also, you know what? I mean, I was gonna make a metaphor joke because, like, yeah, humans are the worst. Metaphor taught us that. Although it's more like because this is a sci-fi kind of thing. Prince turned out pretty good. That's awesome, Knight. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I've been showing it on the Discord. I've been really interested to see more. I was thinking, like, when you got that cutout of Rappy, I'm like, who would I put in the background? I mean, Rappy's a good choice. Red would be another choice. The thing is, like, I would have too many in this room to the point where, like, I'd have too many options, or, like, I'd do it. I'd have to get, like, a D8 and then roll it to be like, okay, whatever the die lands on is my choice.
So, I didn't listen to them. And this is where it got me.
sanded. Oh yeah, because like you'll have to forgive me. I'm a bit of a plastic newbie, right? A 3D printer newbie, but like you get the plastic, but it's not like it gets the mold and it'll build it out correctly. But then you still gotta like you'll have like little dips and little nubs from like the tip or the resin or whatever, and then you have to like sand it, smooth it, file it, all that.
Amazing. Many people have the same thoughts as you, but few act on them.
But I wonder if, like, and I don't know much about the more expensive 3D printers, but I imagine that they still have that same problem, but more precision, less things to sand off or whatever.
Thanks. What about you? From what I hear, you're nothing to sneeze at either. You left Absolute, the greatest squad there is, to wander around on your own like a roaming mercenary. Despite being a lone wolf, your mission success rate is incredibly high. Do you know what people are saying about you? They claim that you couldn't hack it as a leader in Absolute, so you switched to a mediocre squad so you could throw your weight around.
The more exams I have a different...
They say you're searching for a place to die.
That does make sense.
There's all kinds of rumors going around.
Oh, man.
Is there any truth to them?
I'm looking for someone to lead me. Someone who won't bend or break.
I'm not even sure if anyone like that exists.
There was once.
Aww.
That's why I'm looking.
Aw.
Is that so? Well, I hope you find them.
Yes. I hope so too.
Aw. And that's the end of Footstep Walk Run. Okay, so like all of my friends who were way too eager to talk about this with me.
Did you see that, teacher?
They basically said
Wasn't it
like
great?
instead of laying like plastic down, it's like a pool of resin with a plate pulling on it, and underneath is a UV light that cures the resin, hardening it in layers of an image. That's cool. So I got slightly spoiled on that last cutscene by friends who were way too eager to talk about it. And basically they're like, hey, you know that part where Anise says she's retired and she did an autograph? They basically said that confirms that she used to be pretty. I'm like, but pretty was already a NIKKE, right? Like I'm not disputing it, but I'm just sitting here like I was trying to put it together, right? I'm like I get where they'd say that, but like there's plenty of other reasons why someone might want an autograph. And I'm just like, well, are we sure about that? I guess I'm not too into the lore. Like people who are more lore diggers, I'm not exactly like the lore crafter NIKKE streamer. I just do it for the story, the characters, and experience. So I could be completely wrong. But people are like, that's pretty. I'm like, okay. Well, it's not like Anise isn't a model. Anise looks like she could pass for a model, an idol, quite easily, I would say. So like, I'm not here to knock it. Let's see here. Let's get the squad ready for chapter 27.
I prepared a special song just for you.
Hey, Noise. Good to see you, girl. How you doing? Looking pretty. All right. We should have enough for another level up. And then after that, well, we'll see. 299. Holy crap, that's a lot of levels.
Commencing operation.
I'm kind of delaying the inevitable, but we'll get there. We're gonna get there anyway, so let's just do that. Elevator. Oh god, that was a bad one. Later in the campaign. Okay, good to know, Knight. Thanks for letting me know. I guess like I had taken it at face value. I was like, I can see where people make that, but I feel like there's there would be alternate arguments that would be just as reasonable. You know what I mean? It's like it can be multiple things, but like I'm not here to second guess it if other people are like, yeah, this confirms it. Because like there was I think on the Reddit there was like a thread about like this confirms like something that was in chapter 1, I think, or like one of the earlier chapters when like Anise and everybody were talking. So there was other dialogue, and I'll have to go back and look at it again, but I was taking it at face value. It's not a hard line convince, but it's pretty strong. Like, yeah, so like, if there's more, if you get additional evidence, I'm like, yeah, of course. All right. Ooh, do I have enough for 2 levels? 2 levels would give me a lot more confidence going into the next fight. 265. Do I have enough to get... That's 5,000 dust. God, it's drip feed. That's 5,000, which means 10 is roughly 1,000, and I need about a little bit over 1,000. So 11, maybe 12, just to be. No, let's do 15, just to be absolutely certain. Oh wow, I was completely off. So how could I get more than that? Ugh. 9757, so about 250 more. I wish it would tell me like how much an hour I get per hour I get. Okay, that's enough there. I'm just gonna get rid of these because my OCD will scream at me otherwise. What if I use the rest on battle chests? That gets me more than halfway. This will get me... I'm gonna need a lot more than that. Oh, maybe I'll need all of it. Might as well. Oh, it's not even with all of it, it's not enough. Okay, good to know. 265 is still good. I could definitely have a lot more confidence going into tonight's run. Could always wipe out a couple more times if I really wanted to try to get some more. All right. Alrighty. Let's check the squad one last time for good measure. We are now at 271. Good. 253. Also good. Is it still... That's still my top squad. Okay. 271. I think that's strong enough for... That should be plenty strong for Chapter 26, I think. If I can pump up the girls on Squad 2's their skills, I can slowly swap them out. But I got a lot more to do. Got a lot more to grind and work out. Alright. Alright. Well, Golden, I think it's time we start going into the campaign again. Alright. I'm going to try to do this even without my damaged ass throat. Oh, wait, I still have... I think I still have, repeats. Did I not do that? Oh, no, it's this. What's up, Danga? What's up, Danga? Okay. There we go. Last time, on the Goddess of Victory, NIKKE. Having established the first haven of humanity on the surface for the first time in a century, Commander Merc and the Counters have a new mission and a new stake. Mining for resources in the old abandoned mines of Geo 1, they have begun the expedition to look for resources, explore new worlds, and continue to protect humanity. With the Ark sending additional help, what new and strange encounters will Commander Merc and the Counters find? Let's find out. You know what? I feel like improv-wise, that's okay. But I feel like I could do so much better if I just, before I do any of that, just do a recap, make sure I have all the story beats in place, and then do it. But I guess in terms of improv, it could be a lot worse. I just think I should, next time, just make an idea of, like, make sure I have all the story beats in line, maybe practice it a little. But like I think improv is also pretty good. It's not bad. I'll put it at that. But all right.
I'll follow along.
Incoming encounter. Is that right?
Oh, this is gonna be rough. Oh, I thought that was gonna be enough. Oh, we're still massively underpowered. Shit. We're still massively underpowered, apparently. Dang.
Hacker ready.
Well, let's see how far we get.
Hacking the enemy system. Hacking completed.
Just wait until I become an adult.
I think I saw one of those. Yeah, it's either like a Quagsire or it's like one of those.
Incoming.
And us, the crystal region.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
I'm tweaking.
Why don't they just develop
You're tweaking.
something like an infinite
Oh, that's not
magazine?
good. Are you okay?
Better reload.
Hacking the enemy. Showtime for Noir and Block.
I'll take it from here.
I did not read that twice.
Should I push a little harder?
You're gonna have to push a little harder tonight if we're gonna get far in, but I believe. I choose to believe.
The Goddess Squad is victorious once
The
again.
other thing is we might be able to get enough if we. That feels so like I need what 1, 2, 3. We're in the tens of millions now. The Counters, having set their sights on the Crystal region, set out with a new slate of characters. What mysteries lay in wait in this mysterious crystalline oasis? I mean, I read it at face value, but let's try it with your edit here. The Counters, setting their sights on the Crystal region, set out with a new slate of characters. What mysteries lay in wait in this peculiar crystalline oasis?
Proceeding.
Are you ready? Then let's go.
I feel like we're gonna hit the
Peculiar,
jackpot
I think, makes
with these
sense
guys.
because, but I tend to repeat myself a lot in first drafts as well. So don't worry, don't beat yourself up, Golden. It's fine. I did the same thing.
Can you hack it?
Oh God. I'm just gonna wait until we hit that one proverbial
Wait until
wall.
I become an adult.
Let's keep the momentum going.
At very least, we might be able to get a few more story beats. If worst case, I might
Develop
switch the
something
game
like
up
an
a little bit,
infinite
but
magazine.
I definitely want to keep going.
Better reload.
I should make also a note for
Sorry to
later
break it to you, but this is the end.
to check and verify what power level we get stuck at, so I know what to grind for.
The Goddess Squad is victorious once again.
What's this? There's a notice? Oh, an update on the 16th. Oh, okay. That's because, yeah, okay.
Come on.
Engaging.
Cool. That's probably for the
I feel
announcement
like we're
for the
gonna hit the
new. I saw
jackpot
there
with
was a.
these
I
guys.
saw that the official NIKKE accounts dropped like the next event
I'm actually
poster,
good in
which
real
looks
life
cool.
battles.
Are you? Okay. Well, there you go. It's confirmed. Oh, I hate these little guys.
got to
Kill
protect
them,
my
kill them,
system.
kill them dead.
Hacking the enemy system.
Just wait until I become an adult.
Everyone, focus your fire.
Oh, you killed her? Oh, I hate that. Oh, was it you?
Reload.
They got small.
Develop something like an infinite magazine.
How dare you kill small?
Sorry
She's
to break it to you.
small.
Just wait until I become an adult.
Incoming. Verifying code.
Poor small.
Class
We
is
got Rappy
over.
ASMR before GTA
What do you
6.
say we go back and enjoy the festival
Can we
again?
get ASMR from Rappy? Also, I'm not like...
I'll follow along.
I get that a lot of people are looking
Proceeding
forward to
with
GTA
caution.
6. I ain't one of them. I've never been like a big GTA fan, to be fair.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
I posted a teaser on the Twitter. Really? I'll have to take a
Proceeding
look
to
at that
target.
I
later.
trust you, teacher, so I hope you can keep teaching me lots.
I'm doing math. Sorry, I got quiet because I'm doing math. Like, okay.
Roger. Joining the mission.
Exia, at your
Roger. Joining.
Exia, at your service.
Let me check the settings real quick for you, my man. I do not have links currently blocked, but you might get caught. You might be caught by the move bot. So before you do anything, there you go. Next.com NIKKE status. Okay, I did not see this before. Can I share this real quick? Maybe I can, hold on. Give me a second. I'm a professional something. Studio mode. Let's do it this way. I'll just add a quick web browser image window capture. Okay, and then yeah, okay, and then switch that out here. And transition. There we go. Goddess of Victory, NIKKE ASMR video. Good night and thank you will be released on 1/15. Oh, that's quick. All right. Well now. That's quite interesting. All right. All right, back to this. I will also just delete this. Awesome. Thanks for the link. All right, moving on. What are we doing? Yeah, we're trying to kill this.
Let's go.
Game on.
I've got to protect my sister.
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
Incoming.
This, I believe. I continue. The red wave will win us the day.
I may look like a bunny, but
How
I'll
did
take
they
on
wrap Kayla
anyone,
Mills' intro into
anytime,
doing AS?
anywhere.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I imagine it's just like a fun activity that pays well.
Proceeding to target.
Like, you know,
Come
I
on.
trust you,
Miss
teacher,
Mills is probably a
so
professional. And it's
Proceeding
like,
with
okay,
caution.
it doesn't seem like you're gonna make me do anything too weird, and you're gonna pay me, so it's like, sure.
watch me closely, teacher.
I mean, that's just how I see it, you know. She's just doing her job.
No,
She's a
all of it is
professional.
getting into the groove.
But I'm looking forward to hearing it. I'm not a big
Copy
ASMR
enemy
guy, but you know what? I mean, like, I get the appeal.
Fire!
I get the appeal of like this kind of thing. Some people really love their ASMR, right? I've never gotten that that sensation you're supposed to
My
get from it.
sister.
But some people do, you know? So it's like, that's good. More power to them.
Why don't they just develop something like it? Sorry to break it to you, but this
Everyone,
is the end.
put your luck together and let them have it!
Just get
Like
rid of all
this.
the nasty nasties that could, like, suicide, and done. 1 second.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
There's more crud coming out of the system. Oh boy. Ugh.
I feel like we're engaging.
Engaging.
Proceeding to target.
279. Still can get through. Still viable.
During the exploration mission, Liverin, Hammering, and Eleg will become temporary members of the Commando Squad. The commander will retain command as usual. Your goal is to explore what we are referring to as the Crystal Region. As you can tell from the name, it is a place covered with mysterious crystals.
No way.
The area is quite extensive, so there is a high chance it might take some time for us to fully explore it. However, spending too much time exploring at this stage is not ideal. So, you'll be conducting a cursory investigation.
What are we looking for while we're there?
Other than rough topographical formations, the map doesn't provide any specific information, so we're short on details at the moment. However, considering the nature of the area, collecting the crystals would make the most sense. Even so, they should not be harvested recklessly without prior consideration. Only collect the crystals that you deem pose no risk.
And how do we assess the risk?
I'll handle that. Minerals and I get along swimmingly.
You see, the thing is, like, you make swimming puns like that, and I'm like, with the goggles and, like, the skin-tight suit, bodysuit, I'm like, are you sure you're a mining faction, or are you part of the swim team? I don't get it. Still, nice to see you, Hammering.
One glance is all I'll need to tell you if it's dangerous or not.
You look like someone who could do that sort of thing.
So, in summary, you are to explore it as wide an area as possible. And if it is determined that there is no risk, you will collect some crystals and return to the base. That's all.
Sounds simple enough.
I honestly thought it'd be something way more out there.
Since this is an unknown area, even the central government is exercising caution. The other reason for increased wariness is due to how each of you are very important and valuable personnel.
Oh my.
Gosh, what a compliment.
It is a compliment. We should get going straight away.
Yes.
One more thing before you leave.
What is it?
You must leave a minimum of 2 squad members at Reclamation Site 01.
You must assemble a party. Oh god, we're doing RPG rules. We only have a party size of 4. Is that what's going on here?
What?
But it's like, a contingency plan, I presume.
That and other reasons, yes.
Other reasons.
In theory, the optical camouflage is a dependable safety measure. But this is the first time we're using it out in the field. You might encounter new variations of raptors who can see through the optical camouflage.
I get the idea, but wouldn't that have applied to Eden as well all this time? Like, wouldn't Eden have had that same risk for, like, the... I'm gonna assume, based on what we're doing here, the century they've been up on the surface? I could be wrong there in my reasoning. But the question is, like, we probably would have had enough data from Eden for that, right? And that probably would have been in the packet of data that Dorothy gave Burning Gum, maybe? Oh, God, there we go. Sorry about that, just getting the crud out of my system. Alright. Alright.
It's also imperative that you are able to tend to any members who become cut off from the group during your search. If this place is left unattended, you'll be caught with your pants down if anything unexpected were to crop up.
That's a valid point as well, Golden. Yeah, like, we have had that before where Raptures can just seemingly suddenly adopt new features or gain new powers. Yeah. This is real. So... And then, yeah, combined with what you said with Eden. Although Eden is... No, let me think about this. Like, the first time with Eden was when we were hunting Nihilister for the first time. And she didn't go undergo dramatic changes during that, I would say. I think I understand your point, though, is that Eden's not necessarily looking to pick a fight either. Because they're like, look, we got a very delicate ecosystem up here. The last thing we need is Raptures challenging us every single moment they get. So, yeah, I think that's valid. I'm thinking it through actively. This is what I do at work too. Is just like, as I ask a question, and then like 30 seconds later, as I reason myself through, like, yeah, that makes sense. Cecil's probably constantly updating the camo to stop Raptures. Plus, I imagine Cecil is maybe co-inventor, if not the primary designer of the camo. Like, I think at face value, it's easy to think Dorothy. Oh, Dorothy built it. But it's like, no, Dorothy doesn't seem like the one to build it, but more like she might have a hand in it. But I imagine that Cecil's the primary driver for Eden technology. And you might be right. Like, we don't know. We don't know. Like, honestly, there was an assumption on my side where, like, I don't know exactly what was in that data that Dorothy gave Burning Gun. Could just be, here's how you make camo. Doesn't explain anything else, right? You know, it's one of those things like Cecil's responsible for creation of many advanced technologies in Eden. Oh, this is from the wiki, such as the app and comment. Okay, yeah. She built and designed Eden itself, so she is the main driver of all the technology there. Yep. I can see that. So it really depends on what was in that data disk or that data chip, that data stick that we got, that Dorothy brought over to the Ark. Because I imagine that's what we're basing this on, right? She gave us, here's the camo. We used it, created the site, and now... But that could just be as simple as, like, here's how you design it. I don't know if it's as comprehensive as the technology Eden's using. It's a good question. Huh. Now I'm thinking about this a lot, rather than, like, actually playing the game. Interesting. What did you say, Shifty?
If this place is left unattended, you'll be caught with your pants down if anything unexpected were to crop up.
Uh-huh. It's a Trajan to have a back door? Oh, I mean, wouldn't be the first time. Who should stay?
Anise and I will stay. Of course, I'd prefer that all of us go together, but this is the situation we're in. Besides, these three have been dispatched here due to their proficiency in exploration. We, on the other hand, have no such skills in that particular
Neon,
area.
Anise. Come on.
And unlike Rappy, we're not incredible at everything we do.
Aw, Leon.
So it makes the most sense for the two of us to stay.
Well, this is awkward.
A little bit.
Huh?
Amber, like, huh? She was thinking about soup.
Neon's right. Fighting is what she and I excel at. We'll stay here and hold down the fort. You all stay safe out there and
You
come
guys,
back here.
the place will be safe with you two in charge. You are the best fighters. This is correct.
If anything happens, shoot us a message or fire off a signal flare, okay?
But
Commander, please don't say anything more and just go. Please?
Anise slightly pushes me towards the door.
Go. Hurry.
Be careful, everyone.
That's enough from you two. Go and get your things. We're going together. This is unexplored territory for us. I wouldn't dream going there without you.
But what if things go south here?
This is an important place.
Shifty, can I entrust you with monitoring this place?
I figured this was what would happen.
No, NIKKE gets left behind. And Shifty's like, yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Fine. But I won't be able to provide as much support as usual. Will that be okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Very well then. Leave it to me.
Are you sure about this? This is the first piece of land we've managed to reclaim in a century. It'd be a real waste if we lost it again.
Don't you disrespect me. Who's the commander here? I'm not worried about it. We'll just reclaim it again.
Wow.
Oh, God, what a badass.
So cool.
Thanks, Rappy. I knew it. I knew that's what he would say, you know. I'll just take it again. glasses.
Huh? What did you say?
Anise, Neon, get ready as quickly as possible. We're going as a team.
That's great.
Well, if you insist, then who are we to refuse?
And here I was thinking I was gonna get some rest.
I'll be ready in a jiffy.
I'll be sure to pack lots of snacks, too.
Yeah. You kept some of that chocolate from that military chocolate from before, right? Only the commander, not just any commander, the first commander to reclaim part of the surface in a century, that kind of commander.
I'm not scared, so long as Noir is here with me.
Also, I wanted to say, like, the backdoor thing. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time someone got illegal access to a system with a USB stick. So, like, could certainly be playing us for fools.
Into the groove. Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
Everyone, put your luck together and let us
Although, I also kind of curious, like, Burning Gum doesn't feel like he's an idiot. I feel like he knows that, like, ooh,
Better reload.
I gotta play
Please
it safe for
develop
this
something like an
crazy
incident
girl.
magazine.
They don't call us Ark's Final Hope. They do? That's cool. That's a great nickname. It's like New Hope and Final Hope. Alpha and Omega. Oh, you assholes. The death beams.
Did we get them?
Press R to reload.
Okay, that's a new one. Instant
Good.
beams of death.
Sorry to
instant
break it to
death
Time
lasers.
for Noir and Fluff!
Touche.
Getting ready.
Develop something like an incident.
That's a dick-ass move.
Reload.
Better reload.
Noir!
Just develop something.
Hacking the enemy system. Hacking completed. Verifying code.
Oh, God, that death laser thing screwed me! We can do it, though. That was
Good game.
cutting a little close, but we made it.
Come on, let's go.
Proceeding with caution.
They just spat
I
out.
feel like
they
we're
just
gonna hit
fired
the
their
jackpot with these
lasers.
guys.
Why? Oh. Timestamp 01 MP3. Hello, friend. Wow, this is more embarrassing than I thought it'd be. Anyway, I figured I should leave you a message, so here I am, talking to you through a voice recorder. Is this switched on? I think so. How many years have you been away? Well, it's been a while at any rate. I miss you.
Proceeding to target.
That's nice. We're back at the base.
I'll follow along.
Where are those snacks?
I feel like
I
we're gonna
was
hit the
promised
jackpot with
snacks.
these guys.
Those boxes. Those have got to be the boxes of the military chocolate, right?
Proceeding to target.
Proceeding with caution.
MP3. Oh, number 4. I don't know if you'll ever get to hear this, but do you remember the birthday present you sent me? The solar-powered cassette player? Anyway, I put it alongside your old stash. You better appreciate what I'm doing, you hear? Anyway, sorry, I'm not even sure what I'll say to you when I finally get the chance to speak with you. We had some great times together. Take care, my friend. So this is talking about Red Hood's cassette player. This makes me feel like almost like Dorothy or one of the Goddess Squad left this behind after Red's death. And now I'm thinking here, well, Dorothy isn't... Now I'm thinking, like, who's the most, like, technologically inept of the group? I don't... Or who's the one who would say something like, you better appreciate what I'm doing. You know, it's like... It feels like Dorothy would say that, but then Dorothy wouldn't be like, how does this thing work again? Like... Interesting. All right.
Come on, let's go.
I wonder who could be leaving these messages. It's definitely intended for Red.
I'll follow along.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
The angel's hip.
Come on, let's go.
We got a lot more to kill. Must have been her friend before she was a NIKKE. That's also a good That's also a good call, Knight. That's definitely a possibility. Moving on together. All right.
I'll follow.
Game on.
Next jump, 27-9. Okay,
Proceeding to target.
let's try. I gotta try. Gotta keep trying.
I'm actually good in real-life battles.
I believe you.
Oh no.
You've been proving your
How about
worth.
getting into the groove?
Hacking the enemy system.
Just wait until I become an adult.
Everyone, put your luck together and let them have it!
Reload.
There we go!
I gotta admit, I've been having a lot of fun, like, with the fact that, like, the battles are, like, actually challenging me. Mostly because I'm under-leveled, but just, like,
They just developed something like an. Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
it's been interesting to have to, like, tactically hold on to my bursts, or have to, like, prioritize enemies, because, like, I don't just have the power advantage all the way through anymore. So I've been actually having to strategize or, like, think about, like, what to kill first. And even then, I still have to just, like, sometimes just grin and bear it, fight to the end, to your last breath
Engaging.
for all of mankind.
I'll follow along.
Jeez. God, I feel like such a
Don't
crud.
underestimate me just
I got
because I'm a student.
I'm so crud.
Just developed something
I'm so
like an
filled with
infinite
crud.
magazine. Oh no. I was just getting into the groove.
Hacking the enemy system.
Just wait until I
Everyone,
become an
focus your
adult.
fire!
Better reload.
Did we get them?
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Small White put it in the work. That's why she's in the vanguard.
Oh no. I was just getting into the groove. Sorry to break it to you.
Just wait until I become an adult.
Okay, what got red? What got red? I didn't even see it. She just vanished. Who killed her?
I've got to protect my sister. Getting ready.
Like, this is the thing. I didn't even see it. I'm gonna have to go watch the vid later and be like, what got her?
Good game.
It just happens like that. That's the other thing. It's like, oh shit. Oh, okay. Well,
Proceed.
Are you ready?
it's
Then
always
let's
red
go.
too. 280. All right.
Proceeding to target.
It's always red too. Poor red getting bullied.
According to the map, the area with the crystals is not too far from here. That doesn't mean, however, that it's necessarily close. Liverin will determine the route and guide you.
Uh-huh.
Calling it a route is a bit generous. We'll just be doing some light walking.
Okay.
I have a question. When we're up on the surface, aren't we typically part of a squad?
Yeah, usually.
But you came up all alone.
Hey, you're right. That is a bit unusual.
That's a good question, actually.
Is there any special reason for that?
My colleague Drilly is currently working a long-term gig. It's part-time, but the pay is out of this world, which you don't see every day. So she can't up and quit.
Oh, they're talking about that. I honestly thought they were talking about... They came up without a commander, right? Is that usual?
If she requested to take time off, she might not be able to come back to that job.
You're telling me a part-time job is more important than this mission?
Yep.
I don't understand.
What about you, Alec? Why did you come along?
The Electric Shock Squad isn't really a tight-knit group. All of our areas of expertise are different, and none of us have particularly good social skills.
Uh-huh.
So, we
know
operate
that.
alone whenever possible.
I know that much from her little side quest, but they are good friends. We fixed that for them.
If we were to attempt to move together, it would only become more chaotic.
I mean, like, I would just have to dangle like a PS5 in front of your face. That might be enough.
I can understand where you're coming from.
It was total pandemonium whenever I used to move around with both Matisse and Absolute. They were always talking. So much that I had to set them straight.
That's rich coming from you.
Did she ever set Matisse straight?
Anyway, what about you, Liverin?
Me?
I like that big smile on Hammering.
Sorry to disappoint, but I'd rather not say. It's rather personal.
Okay.
I hope you don't mind.
That's fine. You don't need to share anything you're not comfortable with.
Please don't betray me. Please don't tell me that Uber Eats bag is like filled with like explosives. Did all three of you volunteer for the job?
Yes. We talked a lot on the way here. I don't remember all the details, but suffice to say that the going is getting tough for every one of us.
She's putting on a... I thought she was putting on a brave face with that smile, but nope. She's hurting.
One small misstep, and we might be headed straight to the scrap heap.
Oh. What are you talking about?
There's no work to go around.
The Hammer and Drill Squad specializes in mining.
Correct. The only thing is that all the available ore veins nearby and natural resources have been extracted. Groups like Mighty Tools focus on construction, so they're fine. There are always old buildings that need to be demolished and rebuilt. But the same can't be said for us.
Oh, no.
Once a mine has been tapped, that's the end of the story. In fact, there was a time our squad didn't have a single task for an entire month. We could disappear into thin air and it wouldn't make a difference.
So that's why the part-time gig is so important to Drilly.
Exactly.
I don't blame her.
So you volunteered for this because you needed a job?
Correct again. New lands mean new work opportunities. On top of that, a region which is rich in crystals is a place where a mining expert like me could really flourish. I'll be able to eat the finest food and buy the latest power tool models.
By food, you mean rocks? You're gonna eat all those tasty rocks, right, Hammering?
That's why I volunteered.
It's always stressful when work dries up.
Have you also had times when work was hard to come by?
Me? Oh, yes. We're a transportation squad. But in truth, we're little more than glorified delivery drivers.
Yeah.
These days, that work falls to delivery robots and drones.
God, it's too real. Also, I know her pain. That was one of my part-time jobs growing up. Part-time pizza delivery boy. And I was so bad I got fired for it, because I sucked.
They don't make any human errors, and they do it safely and quickly.
Oh God, this is a little too real.
There's no reason to continue using us, where there's the chance of an occasional slip-up. Not to mention that we tend to be much slower than them.
Yeah, but you also don't blow up or will collect people's data illegally or eventually reprogram yourselves to turn against humanity.
Everyone always talks about how machines are going to take our jobs away, but I never expected it to happen to me.
Yeah, I think that's very human to do.
Then again, we're machines too, so I guess it's machines taking away another machine's job.
That's just mean. Machine on machine violence right there.
Oh, the same. You seem to be doing pretty well for yourself.
Are you kidding? You'd be hard-pressed to find as penurious a NIKKE as me.
Penurious? What is penurious? I need to look this up. Penurious. I learned all sorts of weird new words. Penurious. Adjective. Extremely poor. Poverty-stricken. Poverty-stricken. A penurious old tramp. Wow. Late 16th century. No wonder you use the word tramp in the example. Okay. Characterized by poverty or need. Penurious years. Okay. Or parsimonious. Or mean. Okay, so it's alternate meaning as someone who's just an asshole? A tight-fisted, penurious boss whose wage scale is well below other band leaders. Band leaders? Band leaders? Wow. Okay. Well, that's your definition for the day.
But your scooter seems to be maintained pretty well. And you're always wearing the latest fashions. You're decked out head to toe in clothing that's both fashionable and serves a purpose.
Hey, you're right. Isn't that a new top from Octopus?
Consider it a business investment. If we dress like bums, we'd get even fewer delivery jobs.
So, where do you get the money for this investment?
There are still some people who don't want to entrust their deliveries to robots. Loyal customers of mine.
That's nice.
I don't get it. Why use you when robots are objectively better?
Wow.
Well...
Ellen, girl. Dude, well, I mean, she did mention they have social skill problems, but girl. Come on, Ellen, come on.
It doesn't make any sense.
Hold on. I feel vibrations. Shifty.
Raptures detected up ahead. That was impressive, Rappy.
Yeah, totally amazing.
Super duper amazing.
Commander, I recommend that we aim for a preemptive strike.
Okay, I'll leave it to you.
Roger.
Encounter. Ugh. Like, Ellic's just like, that was cold-blooded, Ellic.
I'm anxious.
Like, come on.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite
I kind of understand, though.
Talking the showtime for Noir.
Should I push a little harder?
No, we're not dealing with silence right now. Thank you very much.
Oh no!
Getting ready.
I was just getting into the groove.
That's a good use of an early red blaster. Like, nope, we're not going to be dealing. We're not going to be dealing with silence.
Hacking the enemy system.
Just wait until I become an
Put your
adult.
luck together and let them have it.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
There we go.
Press R to reload.
Better reload. Oh no!
Come on, it's almost dead.
Just getting into the groove.
Silence has got to be like the most annoying status effect in the game. And of course, it makes it a silence boss. I don't know if there's any good way to counteract silence. There's no quick way other than just kill all the silence monsters.
Whoa! Amazing, right? Feels like we're a band of rapture hunters.
Yeah, it's exciting work.
Impressive. I've gone up against a few raptures in my time, but you guys are on another level.
I'm not going to be forgetting that anytime soon, I can tell you that much.
It's okay.
Okay. You're all making me blush. I'll only allow further compliments for the next 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to get all the compliments we can out right now. You heard her, chat. 5 minutes to compliment Neon.
We've been through a lot up on the surface.
You're the ones who defeated the members of Exotic, right?
Defeated is one way to put it. Sorry. Looking at my curtains. Straighten them out. Defeat is one way to define it.
You also bested the heretics.
We did do that.
Seems like you really excel in cooperative battles as well.
I'm just that good.
What are you bringing all that up for?
Nothing, it's just... they seemed practically invincible.
Of course we're good at joint battles. We're good at everything. Especially Anise. Did you know that she goes by Fighting Bull?
Don't mess with the bull or you'll get the horns.
Okay. Was that her like trying to put in a gruff voice? I don't know. That got me a little bit.
Anyway, you never answered my question, Liverin.
Huh?
You know, about why you'd ask a NIKKE to handle a delivery when a robot could do it.
God, Ella, gotta let it go, girl.
Can we just move on from this?
Sorry, no can do. We're on this mission together, and I want to know.
Why? You just want to rub it into her? It's just, like, Ella, come on. She clearly doesn't want to talk about it. Like, let her go.
It's because robots are incapable of flattery.
Huh?
Many of our clients are high-ranking individuals.
Oh, right. Okay, I see where she's saying it now.
We deliver the requested items and make the handoff as dramatic as possible. We also read from the script that the client dictates. This is from so-and-so. May it be of assistance to you in your time of need. Stuff like that.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be like some weird like OnlyFans like some like weird like chatterbait / OnlyFans section that I don't want to know about, and I'm gonna put that away right now before I go too deep.
People are always pleased to get gifts like this, and they usually end up gushing about this and that as a result.
I kind of get it. It's like a more like a PG version. This would be like when someone would send you like a singing telegram, or like, you know, someone would come with flowers and like a little song and dance number or something like that, right? It's like it's
When that
that same
happens,
kind of idea.
It's up to us to do our best and match that energy. Because our clients are all high on the totem pole, it pays quite well.
And there are a lot of people who want this sort of thing?
Oh, many. A whole lot.
A lot of rich debutantes with a lot of disposable income.
There are a lot of people in the Ark with too much time and money on their hands and are craving a bit of excitement.
Uh-huh.
It's because of them that we're able to maintain our vehicles and wear the nice clothes that we do.
I see.
Anyway, I'd like to hear your story too, Alec. Considering that we're on this mission together, I'd like to know more about you as well.
That's only fair.
Well played.
I didn't mean anything by it. I just want to be a good listener, that's all.
The Electric Shock Squad specializes in electronic devices with a particular focus on hardware production and maintenance.
Hardware engineers.
I'm in charge of energy efficiency and energy utilization. The Ark is currently lacking in many things.
Mm-hmm.
And energy is no exception.
I think she was gonna say boom devices, but
I
still.
volunteered to come up here and try to figure out a way to resolve the energy crisis.
Okay.
Who knows? These crystals might end up proving to be a good catalyst. Does that answer your question?
Fine. I should have known that a professional like you would have had a suitably elevated reason for doing what you're doing. Not at all similar to a simpleton like myself.
Oh, Liverin, don't be so mean to yourself.
Would you look at that? They only just met and they're already getting on like a house on fire.
I guess that's one way to think of it, hammering, that's for sure. I mean, they're not being mean.
Maybe so.
If that's how you read it, I'm happy for you.
Then again, on the other hand, like, yeah, I mean, like, to be fair, like, I was like, are they being nice or are they being, like, professionally nice? You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. Are you being nice? When you being nice, do you mean it or are you just in it for the money? Like, okay. Like, I'm not making anything off of this. This is just for love of the game, baby. God, we got so much more to do. Let's see. Two more trios, and then we get to the branch. So 8, 11. I'm gonna guess 8, 11, 14. I wonder how many more we can get through before the power difference just becomes too much. Well,
Proceeding with
we're
caution.
gonna keep going until I can't do it no more.
I feel like
I trust you, teacher.
proceeding to target.
That's the plan. Just keep barreling through until it just becomes impossible.
Get lost. I'm busy.
All right. Come on. I'm hitting the button. That delay always worries me. Oh. Well, there goes the cover. All right.
Hacking the enemy system.
Just
Be
wait until I
careful.
become an
Everyone,
adult.
focus your fire!
Be careful.
Better reload.
Stop jumping. Accept your fate. Oh, everyone's gotten hurt. This combo is pretty strong, but I guess we're lacking like an actual sustain.
Hacking the enemy. Just
Wait
Maybe
until I
not.
become
Everyone,
an adult.
focus your fire!
No, I'm not letting you do that. Because I know the minute I let you go, you're going to put your tethers on red. And she's going to just sit there, stunned, perma-stunned. Plus, she did enough damage to get through, so we're fine. Alright.
Good game.
GG, WP. Alright. What the fuck? I was doing my dailies and apparently match your Red
Come
Hood
on.
voice line.
Trust you, teacher.
Nice.
Proceeding with caution.
I mean, I just have good timing sometimes. It's been known to happen. Well, at least one time.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine? Better reload.
Hacking the end. Just wait until I become an adult.
Everyone, focus your fire!
Reload.
A bunny girl never
I was just
loses.
getting into the groove.
Hacking the enemy system. Just wait until I become an adult.
Push a little harder?
Push it good. Push it real good.
Better reload.
God, Naga's boost is doing such good work. That burst is doing
The
such
goddess
work.
squad is victorious once again!
I feel I can do anything.
Come on, let's
Encounter!
2281. So we're now officially 10,000 points behind
I'll follow
in
along.
power. That seems to be like the last time we get the
You
gap.
should have visual contact soon.
Feels like this was the last time we hit a gap where like it's too unreasonable. Who said that? What was that? I thought I heard something on the wind. It doesn't matter.
Exercise extreme caution.
Roger.
Oh, boy, my heart is pounding.
At least Sabry's having a good time.
I feel like my core is going to burst.
I feel the same.
There it is.
Liverin points ahead of us. What seems to be a massive condensed pillar of light is piercing through the ground and soaring up into the air. Oh, you mean this thing? Yeah, looks like the crystal tower. Although the concentration of the crystals is rather sporadic and not particularly dense, they nevertheless emit a near blinding luminescence. That must be it.
Eleg, run an analysis on the local vicinity.
Will do.
A leg pokes at her tablet.
No toxins present. Appropriate oxygen levels. No unidentified components.
Rocks have oxygen levels? Alright, this is why I'm not a geologist. I didn't know that rocks had lungs. That's why, gotta go back to school and get my geology degree.
Nothing especially noteworthy, except for the fact that the alpha particle concentration is remarkably low.
Okay.
All right, you're up, hammering.
But that's the idea, right? Because the more we learn about Alva, the more we kind of feel like, well, that's a good thing. Because Alva essentially screwed us over and did nothing to harm the Raptures. So it's like a good non-toxic metal or material for us to use. Anyway, Carbon likes it, I guess.
Gotcha.
Get it, Hammering. Hammering walks forward and stands in front of a crystal.
Looks like an ordinary crystal to me. It's awfully dense. Not terribly dissimilar from quartz.
Okay.
But there's something strange. Everyone, come take a look.
What is it?
Is it okay to get closer?
It's fine. The exterior surface is extremely smooth.
Uh-huh.
So I don't think there's any gas or liquids coming out of this thing. Just to be safe, though, the commander shouldn't get too close.
Good call.
We cautiously move towards the crystal. Once we're close enough, we immediately notice a certain cluster of crystals, which are distinctly at odds with the rest of the formations in the vicinity. Well, that looks familiar. That looks quite familiar to me. Also, I just want to point out, I feel like I see a face near the bottom. I know I know it's meant to be like circuitry, like points of circuitry, but I just see a face going, ooh, like a doot face or something like that. Anyway,
What an unusual pattern.
I know, right?
This reminds me of something. What was it called again?
I'm not saying anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Damascus.
Good metal.
Is that some kind of curse?
I get it. Damas curse. Very funny.
At least someone appreciates my jokes.
A word of warning, don't encourage her or else you'll end up regretting it.
Uh-huh.
But it was funny, really.
That's good.
Continue hammering.
Looking at its exterior, it resembles something you'd see in the Quartz family.
Okay.
It seems like it has some sort of light flowing through it.
Yeah, I guess that's what the circuitry lines are supposed to indicate.
Yes, there is some luminescence there.
Is it natural?
Hard to say.
This pattern. Don't you think it resembles circuitry you'd find in a machine?
I was thinking the same thing. Should we take a moment to check?
Eleg extends a wire from the tablet and presses it to the crystal.
Huh.
Ironic it's conductive considering quartz is literally inert. It's anti-quartz.
Electricity is flowing through it all right, and a whole lot of it.
Really?
Does that mean it's a machine?
The notion that electricity can only flow through man-made machines
It's
is
like
a fallacy.
exactly anti-quartz. The notion that electric can only through machines is a fallacy. That's true. I mean, there's other things that can carry an electric current, like potatoes.
It flows through living organisms as well.
Like potatoes.
This, however, doesn't appear to be a living organism.
Like a potato. Okay, I'm gonna stop that.
Interesting.
What is it?
The tablet just shut off.
Uh-oh.
The battery ran out?
No, probably a static shock
Why
or
didn't
an
you charge
overload.
it earlier?
Just a second. I should have a spare battery.
I've got one too. But that's strange. I could have sworn it was at 80% only a moment ago.
Hammering. Can you glean anything else from the exterior of this thing?
Either that thing overloaded the circuit of the tablet, and like some sort of circuit breaker kicked in, or it drained the battery of the tablet.
Nope, that's about it. If it's all right with you, I was gonna collect a sample.
How do we go about that?
I'll crack off a small piece from the end.
It's a bit primitive, but it'll get the job done.
Yeah.
You betcha.
Please,
Be gentle.
go ahead then.
Be gentle with it.
I suggest you step back, Commander. In fact, stand behind me.
Oh, okay. Is that really necessary?
You never know. There could be gas trapped inside this.
I guess.
Pieces could go flying once I break it.
True. And then I could swallow one, and then it would, like, it's super conducted to electricity, and then I become anti-quartz, the lamest superhero ever known to mankind. And then, I drain Oleg's tablets, and, Liverin's iPhone there, and then I'm just banished from the Ark entirely because I'm a walking condenser for electricity. Liverin and Elig both take a few steps back. EMP! I'm a walking EMP. Sorry. Neon moves behind Anise.
What are you doing?
Bro becomes crowd. Or Lumilia, depending on your definition, right? Because, like, poor Lumilia, I didn't realize, like, oh man, my girl, no wonder she's so technologically adept. Everything she touches dies. Pardon me.
It makes more sense for someone bigger to stand in front.
Then why don't you go behind hammering?
She's too close to the crystal. It's dangerous.
Cronella and London, if those two combined their powers, I think no technology would be safe ever again, basically, right? Is that the idea? All right.
I'd take a few more steps back if I were you guys. Actually, hide behind cover.
Are you gonna hit it that hard?
There's no telling what could be inside this thing.
Okay.
The worst case scenario would be that whatever's inside reacts unfavorably to oxygen and it explodes.
And if it does? What'll happen to you?
I've got a sturdy noggin. If something goes wrong, just make sure my head stays intact.
Okay. Well, Rappy's pretty good at that. She's pretty good at that. Imagine that. Crown, but instead of absorbing alpha particles, it's electricity you can stack up together with a faster rate. Strongest NIKKE. That is a cool ass NIKKE. Definitely would be up there in the power levels. It'd be up there with Anise in the sense of, with Rappy in the sense of, like, first NIKKE to have, like, 2 cores, be able to power 2 cores. That would definitely make them strong. All right.
Roger.
But that, pilgrims be built different. A few moments later. She can absorb both. If someone was able to, like, observe both alpha particles and electricity, and then somehow do that, let's see, that's like the best of Crown and Rappy, and maybe Eleg to a degree? That'd be crazy. Alva-electricity? That would be a crazy superpower. That'd be like... That's going to be one of those overclock pilgrims that they're going to want to talk to. The only person I can think of that could be stronger would be... You'd have to go with, like, either Lilith, which I believe is, being the first NIKKE, makes her the strongest by default, because I've played enough fighting games to know that the prototype is usually the strongest character in the game. Anyway. Where was I at? A few moments later. Everyone except for Hammering is hiding behind cover with only their heads peeking out.
All right. I'm going for it.
Don't die! I like you! Please don't die. Hammering raises her hammer and lightly taps at the crystal. That was a tap.
Duh. It's much harder than I thought. This is way tougher than quartz. This is more like a diamond. All right. I'm gonna really give it some juice with this swing.
Please don't die. Just as Hammering is about to swing her hammer down.
Rapture detected. 400 meters out. Heading straight for you.
Oh, I think we upset it.
What? This feels like it was planned.
Don't engage in combat near the crystal. We don't know what will happen if the crystal breaks.
It's almost like this is a pre-stage. This is a pre-event stage.
Roger.
Gah. I'm out of water. I might need to go take a water break. Yeah.
Stay alive, everyone!
Better reload.
Talking the enemy system.
Just wait until I become an adult.
Reloading. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Terrifying code.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
God, how many of those things do you spit out, lady?
Press R to reload. Talking the enemy system.
Just wait until I become an adult.
Better reload. Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
Press R to reload.
All right, come on.
Why don't they just
There we
develop
go.
something like, sorry to break
Showtime for
Oh,
no
wait,
more.
wait,
Let's keep
Red,
the
you-
momentum going.
Red had a full recovery there? What happened? Her charge 9, she usually never gets 2 full bursts out.
Class is over. What do you say we go back and enjoy the festival again?
Sure. Whatever you say, Naga. All right.
Rapture fragments are flying towards the crystal.
What?
Miss Hammering!
We blew up too many of them. No.
Did I ever tell you that I always wanted to be a baseball player?
No. What's your batting average? Hammering focuses on the fragments which are hurtling towards the crystal, then swings the hammer with all her might. Hammering's swing misses, and the fragments of the raptures shatter the crystal and roll on the ground.
Looks like you'll have to keep dreaming, Hammering.
I guess, this is why you didn't make the MLB, Hammering.
Anise, get behind me!
No, you get behind me.
Everyone, take cover!
It's too late. Get behind me, Commander.
Everyone get down.
Buh.
Huh?
Buh.
Nothing's happening.
That startled me.
Yeah, my glasses nearly fell off.
That really scared the heck out of me.
Aw, it's okay, Hammer. You're safe.
Guess we overreacted.
I mean, strange new crystal. Best to be cautious.
Guess so.
What was that scream just a moment ago? Is that supposed to be some kind of signal?
Maybe.
Hard to say.
I'll check if any toxic substances were released when the crystal broke.
Good idea, Leg. Leg connects the portable battery to the tablet.
I'm not picking up anything.
How does that thingamajig work anyhow?
It analyzes airborne particles. The range is somewhat narrow, but it's still quite useful.
Can you add that function to my glasses?
Depends. Are they traditional lenses?
No, they're display monitors.
Oh, she just wears them. Do you just wear them to look cute, Neon?
Really? Then it's worth a try. I'll get back to you on that.
Cool! Then I can have supervision.
You know she's just gonna install Boom on those lenses.
I hope not. The last thing you need is another thing to prattle on about.
I'll take one of these broken pieces.
Okay. Hammering holds up a crystal fragment.
It's not emitting any light.
You're right. If it's not coming from the circuitry, then where? No electricity is flowing through it either.
Well, to be fair, we did smash it into a billion pieces.
Still, we should take it back with us.
Are you sure? It feels compromised at this point, so, huh?
The crystal fragment Hammer is holding suddenly turns gray, then crumbles and disintegrates. Aww!
What the?
What happened?
Did you accidentally crush it?
With my bare hands? How could that be possible?
Let's try and pick up these other pieces. A moment later, after attempting to break off other pieces of the crystal to take as samples, the pieces all disintegrate without exception. It's like basically we tore the root out and the entire thing rotted. Hammer moves to take one of the crystalline fragments stuck in the ground, but eventually gives up when she finds it unwilling to budge even an inch. Seems there's not much else we can do at this point.
I think it'd be prudent to return and organize a separate investigation team.
Let's do that.
Just a moment. Can we head a little further inside? According to the map, there should be more crystals ahead.
I'm game.
Me too.
Are you sure it's not too dangerous?
It wouldn't hurt to take a peek. We might be able to obtain a proper sample inside.
We all came here because we needed the work. If we return empty-handed, they'll send in another team to investigate.
I mean, I would put in a good word for you and say, yeah, they did a good job.
Then we'll be left jobless yet again.
I don't want... No.
We at least need to bring back a proper sample.
Come on.
Or some other kind of finding that will turn heads.
Okay.
If we go back like this, we'll just be labeled incompetent.
So you want... Oh, God, it's that dreaded word. It's the dreaded I word. They need to come back to the group with impact. It's like, oh, yes, very nice. So you did all this good work. But what was your impact for the year? Like, ugh, shoot me. Sorry, I was adjusting OBS for a minute. All right.
And on a personal note, this is a completely new type of crystal we're dealing with. I'd hate to leave after just getting a taste of it. Whatever this thing is, we could be the first to discover it. We'd be fools to pass up such a golden opportunity. Regardless of whether or not we collect a sample, don't you want to satisfy your curiosity?
Burnt plastic or melted plastic, more like, right? Right, Knight? How much plastic have you gone through, by the way? I'm curious. I can only imagine it's a lot. Pardon me. I wonder, maybe I'll go look around in Tokyo. There's probably a specialty store that would, like, if you bring them a blueprint or something, would do a print for you. I wonder. Probably not too much. I don't know. Yeah, like, the thing is, like, this project's, like, 200 to 300 grams. Yeah, like, from what you showed me, the little Dorothy girl, the little Dorothy, small, probably not that big. But I'm curious, like, how that equates to in plastic. Anyway, little Doro is like 20 grams. She's so small, she's tiny.
I'm asking you, please, don't make me beg. I don't want to keep living a servile life where I'm at the mercy of the whims and fancies of other people.
Oh, God, mood. God, Liver, you gotta be too real right now.
If I don't want this to be my last hurrah, I need to make a name for myself during this mission. Of course, that poses a risk, but anything is better than crawling back to the Ark and having to stroke other people's egos day in and day out.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather die up on the surface than return to that.
Oof.
I at least have some pride left in me. So please, I'm begging you. Let us explore a bit more.
20 Aussie? That's not too bad. So 15 USD, so it's about maybe 2,000 to 2,200 yen, give or take. But maybe inflation isn't that bad, but like somewhere in the 2,000 yen range. Rappy, how much risk does the crystal pose?
None, as far as we can tell. It's not toxic, isn't composed of any harmful substances, and doesn't pose any risk of explosion.
I think the biggest risk it could pose is, like, in theory, if one of those shards gets into you, sure, it will disintegrate, but it'll do some damage.
At present, it's simply an ordinary crystal, albeit with peculiar patterning.
Okay. Let's continue the search. We're going deeper.
Roger.
I'll continue to provide backup.
Appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is that about, Eleg? What, you don't trust me? What's going on there? What do you know? What do you know? Alright. Alright. Let me take the... Oh, I forgot. I was already on the screen I wanted. Well, let's take a minute to just take a minute. Let's just take a minute to take a minute. How close am I to the next sync level? Probably way too far away. I remember it was like, yeah, it's like in the billions. 3938, 3988. We're 55 million away, apparently. It's not absolutely necessary. I wouldn't get enough anyway. I'd have to spend some crystal for that. I'm gonna keep the gems for events and stuff. I'd rather not use it for Wipeout. You know, there's other ways we could do that. If I do Simulation Room, I could do that real quick. The Sim Room hasn't restarted yet, has it? Oh yeah, by the way, I have a couple friend lists open on this server in case anyone wants to do it. I'm not that hard to find, I would say. I'll probably put the info in the Discord later. But yeah, I could definitely do that. Which server was it? NA? NA server. There's my ID. So I'll put it on the Discord server later. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, guys, is first of all, I'm gonna get out of this chair and get myself some water, take a quick bathroom break, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do global. You know, the thing is, like, I didn't realize there were global servers, but I would have picked a global server if I known they were available. The other thing is, like, can you switch copied over? Can you switch it over? Like, am I allowed to, like, move my account without losing anything? I don't know that, right? It feels like I'm just in the same... It's so weird how they name EU as global. Oh. Well. Yeah, it is kind of weird, to be honest with you. I'm trying to think about, well, like, what was the motivation behind that. But I'm on the NA server, because that was what I had everything. Right. But, like, different servers? Yeah, like... I didn't... Okay, here's the thing. I've been playing this NIKKE for about 2 years now. I didn't realize there was a global server. When I came onto it, it's like select your center, right? And it had Asia, North America, EU. I didn't see a global, right? And going off of my information, I think it's like Hoyoverse where you have to restart each center. Yeah. So I'm probably stuck here. So I realize I'm doing this like I'm Boromir, but no, like the point I was gonna make here was going off of my experience with other like gacha games like Azure or things like that. It's like if I were to pick Asia, my fear was, okay, everything's Japanese or Chinese or something like that. I won't be able to get very far in the game. It'll lose my interest real quick. So to that end, let me pick NA, because at least I will be guaranteed that if it's on an NA server, all of the localization will be in English, right? So like for me, it's like I took the risk. That was the reason why I picked NA to begin with, is because it's like I just want to make sure, like, because my Japanese has gotten better. It's not good enough to read everything up and down, left and right? I think the localization settings are per server, right? Yeah, I don't even think there's an audio language. I don't think there's a localization for other stuff. All right. I should double check that next time. All right. I started an A&C account. I could do that too. I mean, I could always make another account for funsies, that's for sure. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go take a quick break, get some water for my throat, blow my nose again. I'll take a bathroom break, but we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Ugh. You know, yeah, it's all gross and stuff, but, you know, I guess the silver lining here, guys and gals, non-binary pals, I think the good news here is that, like, I feel like I might actually be through the worst of it, because, like, I don't have shivers, my head doesn't hurt, I don't feel hot or cold. I think I'm gonna knock on my wood here, my desk. I have reason to think that I might possibly be through the worst of this little cold I got. We'll see. Alright. Alright. Let's see. But, alright. Alright. So let's continue.
Proceeding to target.
We're gonna go with some more tasty rocks.
Are you ready? Then let's go.
Rock and stone.
Proceeding with
or
caution.
tasty rock.
You can leave this to me. Trust
I'll send
me.
a little update on how it's going with Moderna print. Oh, we'll have to take a look at that in a minute.
Better reload.
I think I can put the Discord up here for a minute. I saw that. I missed him.
Hacking the enemy system. Just wait until I become an adult.
Everyone, put your luck together and
develop something like an infinite magazine? Oh no, I was just getting...
What? You're still not dead? Jeez, die! At least they cleared out all the rabble. Die already! I guess I'm grateful. It's a
Sorry to break
simple
it to you,
boss.
but this is the end. Momentum
Like
going.
silencers are usually pretty easily to tethers are easy to deal with. Beats silence. Send a little update. Let's take a look at this little update.
Did you see that?
Let's see
I'm strong,
what our
but my comrades are
dear
stronger.
community member Golden made here. I hit the back button because I assumed that I'm in a non-friendly state here. That's a good one. Okay, hold on. I gotta look at this copy link. I like that. Let's see here. And then I'll copy that. And then I gotta do this again. But let's see here. Hold on. Yep, sure. Not display capture. I need window capture. There we go. Alright, so the Modernia is looking pretty good. Gotta say. So you're going with the her Black Queen skin, I'm presuming here with this. That's not too bad actually. Zooming in, I can see like where the rough spots on the see where the rough spots here on the plastic comes in, but honestly, I can tell it's Modernia because of the facial and the dress stuff, right? And the 02. Not too bad. That's cool. That's neat. And then I just saw this posted in memes and I just like, yeah, like she's just there to have a Happy Meal, right? Can we get this poor girl a Happy Meal? Yeah, you know, she just wanted a Happy Meal and some chicken nuggets, you know. That's good. That's good. Okay. All right. All right, moving on. Back to our
I
journey.
feel like
Are you ready? Then let's go.
Proceeding with caution.
Oh, I'm anxious.
I'm nervous. Oh. So the big bulger dudes
Oh no.
definitely have a better respect for
Sorry
Fem.
to break it to you, but this is the end.
Their I could see that wombo combo coming.
Reloading.
They were basically looking to like stun me and then jump me with a billion
Develop
dudes.
something like an infinite magazine.
Not gonna happen. Wow! Sniper fire.
And just wait until I become
Should I push a little harder?
Reload.
Wait, you
Better
bastards.
reload.
What is killing you? What is
Oh
is
no.
it you?
I
It's
was
you.
just getting into the groove.
These snipers are evil.
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
He killed through cover. That's not cool. That's not cool at all.
Verifying codes. Press R to reload.
Oh, God. Exia with the clutch shot. It's getting scary.
Squad is victorious
It's
once
getting
again.
a little scary. We're getting there where the point where like,
Proceeding
yeah,
with caution.
you just aren't strong enough yet.
I'll follow along.
Game on.
283 to 271.
Come on, let's go.
See what happens.
Everyone, over there. Doesn't that look like a cluster of crystals to you?
Where?
Sure enough.
Oh,
Let's go.
let's go.
You got it.
Eleg and Hammering rush over.
Eleg seems awfully enthusiastic all of a sudden.
Now that we know the crystal isn't dangerous, we can carry out our investigation without stepping on eggshells the entire time.
She's motivated. That's something you only get when your back's not against the wall.
But you seem even more motivated than her.
Me? Well, perhaps.
I mean, but at least you were honest about it. Like, Eleg is still kind of keeping it to the vest.
My
Playing it close to
motivation
the vest.
consists of avoiding the worst case scenario, so I'd say it's closer to desperation.
Yeah, but like desperation, one NIKKE's desperation is another NIKKE's motivation.
Eleg, on the other hand, is driven by the pursuit of knowledge, so it's a bit different for her.
I don't know.
Personally, I don't think desperation is necessarily a bad thing.
True. When you're between a rock and a hard place, you tend to push yourself.
Exactly.
My favorite thing in my spare time is totally making fake blah blah images for NIKKE.
That's why we're coming along, to make sure no one stretches themselves too thin.
I found a couple good memes in the NIKKE Reddits and stuff like that. I try to grab one every now and then when I tend to play NIKKE.
You're all far too kind to me.
There's a time and place for self-deprecation, and I don't think this is one of them.
I've been that way my entire life. It's the only way I know how to communicate.
God, Liver is like almost like my soul animal, it feels like.
Were you like that when you were human?
I don't remember, but most likely. People don't change. Not really.
Huh.
If you really feel that way, I guess I won't be able to change your mind.
You say that, Rappy, but like someone else was able to change your mind.
I presume you feel that people can change?
Yes. Always.
You talk as if you've experienced it.
What gave you that idea, Liverin?
Over here, guys!
Coming.
Liverin runs over. Is Liverin setting off any alarm bells for you?
Yes. Despite her seemingly negative attitude, she is indeed interested in exploration. She's also the one who convinced us to continue with the search.
You think she's after something?
Definitely. Although, I'm not sure what that may be.
Considering the recent incident with Exotic, I'd say it's well within reason to be wary.
Just saying we should be cautious.
Exactly. Everyone, stay on your toes.
Roger.
A moment later, Eleg and Liverin are in the midst of an area densely packed with crystals! Sorry, my throat was tightening up and it like... I didn't want to stop midstream. In the center lies a broken rapture. It looks as if it were intentionally placed on top of the crystals, and the limbs appear to still be convulsing.
Do you see this?
This is gruesome.
Yeah.
Are you trying to figure out how this rapture died? You're made of tougher stuff than me.
Not that.
Look a little closer.
Is there something unusual?
Yes.
The rapture twitches. And after a while, the light in its core begins to diminish.
Unable to detect any signs of life.
This is a bit much.
It definitely isn't pleasant, that's for sure.
Could that happen to us?
Eleg, what are you...
An eerie groan resounds, and the crystal starts to expand. But then stops after a while.
What is this?
I'm not sure. It did this before.
Did the crystal grow just now as well?
Yes.
Could it be using the rapture as nutrients?
I don't think so. Externally, at least, the rapture seems unharmed.
Could it be some kind of virus?
Potentially, one that reacts only to a rapture. Nothing happened to us when we touched it.
We did test that. But then again, you didn't have shards of it inside of you either.
Does this mean we could weaponize this thing?
Shifty, report what you just saw.
How should I formulate the report?
Exclude any speculation and report exactly what you saw.
Understood.
Yeah, just the facts, Shifty.
Let's keep going.
Eleg?
While we're at it, I should do some experiments. Hammering, can you help?
Of course.
Why does... I don't get what you're doing there, Eleg. With all the sign. Also, Liverin.
I'm anxious.
Am I wrong to just take her at face value? Am I just being the fool? The foolish fool? Like, I can get, like... She's been pretty open with us so far about, like, look, I'm here because I don't want to work a shitty job. Like, girl, move.
Wait until
Should I push a little harder?
Get that death laser out of here.
Oh no, I was just getting into the
I
groove.
was trying to get it out of the way, and I failed because I'm a failure, and I'm bad at NIKKE. And there goes Naga because I'm a bad video gamer.
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
Oh, then there's two of them. Oh god, I'm gonna die because I'm bad at NIKKE. Oh god, they're everywhere. Their tendrils are everywhere. Oh god. This was eventually gonna happen.
Hacking the enemy system.
I'm just gonna get to a spot where it's like, unfate. I can't.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Maybe I'll switch
I'm
out for
sorry.
Modernia.
I didn't keep my head in the game.
No problem. Okay, let's switch it up a little bit. I want to try
I
Modernia.
will always protect you, Commander.
Do I want to switch out for a healer as well with noise? No. Exy is a pretty reliable one. Been a pretty reliable one. Let's try this. I don't know if it's gonna work because we just took a significant power loss, but let's find out. I like Blanc a lot, but like
Today sure isn't your lucky
she's
day.
still like one of the best defender DKs in the game, right?
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
All right. We ain't messing around
Sorry
this
to
time.
break it to you, but this is the end. Let's keep the momentum going.
Reloading! Like this!
We know what the threats are. We're gonna take them out.
Hacking the enemy.
Just wait until I become an
Everyone,
adult.
focus your fire!
Better reload. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
God, he was hiding behind that bloody shield the entire time.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
That'd be great.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
Hacking the enemy system.
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
I can't do. Yeah.
Better reload. Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
Yeah, this jellyfish is annoying.
Touche. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
And you slowed me down, and now you're killing me. Oh wow, that is a big ass slow. Okay. I'll try to give it one more good college try here. Let's use the meta squad. So that removes small.
Roger.
rapid
If it's a
crowd.
request from my subject, I have to accept.
Let's try the meta squad and see what happens. Doesn't work? Doesn't work. It's fine. We tried. But I knew eventually there was going to be a gap
You
here.
can leave this to me.
Without
Trust
like
me.
just the proper leveling, it's not going to work. Leveling, skill, all that, right?
Why don't they just
I knew there
develop
was going to be a
something like an
wall
infinite
that I
magazine?
eventually couldn't scale over.
Re-engaging,
Oh.
I mean...
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
Everyone, give them everything you've got!
active!
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Everyone, give them everything you've got!
This seems to be working. We're still in a pickle there, but we managed to do it. Never give up.
Did you see that? I'm strong.
There's always hope.
But my comrades are stronger.
Well, we can do it with the meta squad, so might as well keep going, I suppose.
Come on, let's go.
You think there's an environmental
Yes,
effect
Commander.
here?
You want me to go there?
Proceeding to target.
Okay. So this
Oh, I
is
trust you, teacher.
defense
so
battle.
I hope.
Oh, right. Not there.
That's
I knew that.
defense. And this would
Come
be
on, let's go.
Incoming encounter.
base defense.
Is that right?
Base defense is the one with the area, right? Yes. Let's try it.
I'll follow along.
Let's see if we can get through here. I think I would take base defense over area defense real quick for this.
Watch over me.
I just feel like I have a better setup for this right now. I could be wrong. Could be talking completely out of my ass.
Better reload. Fully active. Hit.
Just wait until I become
Should
an
I
adult.
push a little harder?
Re-engaging.
Develop something
reloading.
Like an incident magazine.
So far, so good.
This is going on a bit long.
Modernia got killed though. Shit. Didn't even realize that. What got her? Was it a suicide bomb I didn't see?
Down with those
One of
who
those little
threaten the
bastards?
kingdom.
Yep. The answer is yes. Oh god, even the normal ones are killing me now pretty good. Oh, we barely
I'll do it
lost
right
it.
away.
We barely lost it, it feels like. I want to try it one more time. Let's squad it out. I want to swap Rappy with Small.
Snow White, engaging.
Just to see what happens.
Are you in danger? Let me at him.
Better reload.
Honestly, I thought we were doing pretty good until Modernia just... But, like, you lose one NIKKE, it's basically
Sorry to break it to you, but just
over.
Wait until I become an adult.
Everyone, give them everything you've got!
why don't they just develop something like an incident magazine?
Also feels like Modernia is made for this. This kind of area defense.
Develop something like
So
an
losing her was
incident
a
magazine?
big hit blow.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove. Sorry to break it to you, but this is
Just wait until I become an
Everyone,
adult.
give them everything you've got!
Got rid of Naga. Shit. What I'm gonna do is sit here and then spray and pray.
develop something like an incident magazine.
And it was enough. Awesome.
Securing victory for their subjects is a king's duty.
Good job, Crown. A good job.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, right. Not there.
Should I cheese it?
I knew that.
I feel like I'm just being a dirty, dirty cheater. But like I'm wanting to push as hard as I can. That's the goal here. We're pushing as hard as we can.
Counter.
Oh, completely change my lineup here.
Is it a bet? Then count me
I'm gonna
in.
use meta. I'm gonna use the meta. Let's try with the auto squad first. Because apparently this next group is gonna be weak to lightning. We got 2 lightning NIKKEs. That's another thing I'm gonna have to start thinking about.
All
Like,
right, noobs,
oh,
can
not
you
just like
hack it?
now I gotta think about elemental weaknesses. Oh, great! You didn't say anything to me about having to actually think about this game.
Better reload.
Hacking the
I
enemy
thought it was just a game with cute,
wait until I
cute
begin.
girls,
Push a
a
little
lot of
harder?
gotchas.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine? Oh no, I was just getting into the groove. Why don't they just develop something like an
God, these
infinite
shield guys are
magazine?
kind of annoying.
Better reload.
They're kind of annoying when you think about it. When you really stop to think about the shield guys, they're kind of obnoxious. A bit of a jerk.
A funny girl never
I was
loses.
just getting into the groove.
Just wait until I
Let's
become an
keep the
adult.
momentum going.
Oh, if you want to present, that's all by all means, good sir.
Hurry!
Mr. Boss, sir. Please, by all means, present your face for blowing off.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
Proceeding.
Game on.
All right.
Come on, let's go.
That red wave. We're right in the red wave.
Hacker ready.
A lot of subterranean. Oh, we got an armor.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Hacking the enemy.
Just wait until I become an
Let's keep the
adult.
momentum going.
Oh, that's not an armor. That's a different one. My bad.
A funny girl never loses.
I can't get rid of this cover. It's just permanent cover.
Better.
Everyone,
I think that's reversed.
Oh no.
Excuse me. Oh, God. I was in the middle of the zone and couldn't turn my head away for coughing time.
Better.
Hacking the enemy.
Just wait until I become an
put your
adult.
luck together and let them have it.
Oh, thank you for jumping right in front. I love it when the game just presents the boss to me. It's like, kill this thing. Like, absolutely.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take
Thank
on
you for the
anyone,
invitation.
anytime,
It
anywhere.
would be rude to reject it. All right.
Proceeding to target.
Proceeding with caution.
Haven't seen another one of those data sticks in a while, which is kind of interesting. We've collected every shiny so far that I can see realistically. All right, well, we're getting our way over there. Let's keep going.
Are you ready? Then let's go.
Are
I
you
feel
ready?
like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
It's kind of interesting seeing just how far I could push this.
I'll let you know what Miss Hammering and I have turned up so far. These crystals absorb the energy of anything they have physical contact with for an extended period. If the crystal touches anything that has energy flowing through it, it'll suck it dry
Okay.
and proceed to expand. The reason for this expansion seems simple in that it allows them to occupy a wider surface area.
It's like a fungus of sorts? A fungus crystal?
Do you all recall how my tablet ran out of power before? It wasn't a charging issue. The crystals simply drain the energy from the tablet.
Do you have any evidence to support that theory?
I ran several experiments with my backup batteries and got the same result each time. Completely drained. I even touched the crystal myself, and sure enough, my core output dropped ever so slightly. If I had kept my hand on any longer, I would have ended up like our Rapture friend from earlier.
Oh, this thing is lethal to NIKKE's.
You experimented using your own body? Your pursuit of knowledge is unmatched.
I did pay a price for it, however.
What do you mean? A leg shows us the palm of her hand.
Notice anything unusual?
Oh my goodness! What are all those holes in your hand?
How did you notice so quickly? Anyway, yes, there is a preponderance of small holes on my hand.
Oh, I'm just kind of picturing it with my own now. Like, when she means holes, does she mean like end to end, like all the way through? Or she mean like giant scars, permanent scars?
Have any of them pierced all the way through?
Yes, or at least they attempted to do so. These crystals clearly wanted to absorb all of my energy and chose to use my hand as an entry point to my core.
That's scary shit. So if those shards indeed had, like, lodged inside one of you... Oh, man. I was joking. I just hypothesized, but that sounds like it could legitimately happen.
Once I removed my hand from the crystals and cut off the power supply to it for a while, I was okay.
But what if there's a fragment or something left over in your hand?
That's my question.
There's no need to worry about that. I've conducted experiments which cover that.
Okay.
Hammering, could you explain?
Of course. These crystals absorb energy from other sources and store it inside.
Uh-huh.
And they then convert into electricity.
Right.
Yes, which explains why they've got electricity coursing through them. The disintegration we saw earlier is when they run out of electricity. Think of it like a plant going without water. They're dying because of a lack of nutrients.
Or in this case with electricity, you cut off the circuit, so they just lose power immediately.
In other words, my hand is fine because I cut off the nutrients.
Another thing of note. The isolated fragments crumble, but the ones stuck in the ground seem to be fine.
Huh.
So I did some digging. The crystals are all interconnected.
So, all the crystals in this area are connected underground?
Seems like it. Just like tree roots.
Yeah. Or like, a heretic nest.
So that means...
There has to be an origin point for these bad boys. I propose using a rather simple method to find it. Let's say we run into a particularly large crystal shard up ahead.
Right.
If we cut it in half, one half will shatter, whereas the other half will remain intact. If we proceed in the direction of the side that remains intact, we might end up reaching the source of all these crystals. Also, while further investigation is required, I have a premonition that there is a flowing current within the crystals.
I'm trying to follow her logic. So, like, if you say, let's say we have a giant crystal, and we split it in half, and it, like, forks this way. Whichever side doesn't disintegrate is the correct path? Like, how? Is it because, like, the crystal is, like, instinctively leaning towards the power source, its nutrients? Is that how plants behave in the wild?
Suppose these crystals are like the roots of a tree.
Uh-huh.
Then nutrients will circulate inside, with the reference point being their center.
Right.
We can do this. I'm sure that we can find the origin point of these crystals.
I think it's possible as well.
Why do you think the crystals are here to begin with?
Good question. The only thing for sure is that they're here, and so are we.
Great answer, Alec.
So, it's up to us to find out why and how it is that they came to be here. One thing is for certain. They didn't occur naturally. They were clearly placed here intentionally by someone.
Now that's fascinating. This is a man-made phenomena. A man-made occurrence.
Develop something like an infinite magazine.
Hacking the end. Just wait until
Let's
I
keep the
become an
momentum
adult.
going. Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
God, there's so many problems to deal with all at once. It's not like a one particularly bad one you have to kill with. No, you got a billion you have to kill. They're all bad now. You have several options, all of them bad.
Develop something like an infinite magazine.
Hacking the enemy.
Showtime for Noir and Blanc!
Like this!
Can I hold off? That's fine, I can just generate another one. I didn't use it, which is good.
Did we get them?
Oh no,
That's fine.
I was just sorry to break it to you, but this is the
Everyone,
end.
put your luck together and let them have it!
Good job. That is an interesting proposition. I'm wondering what that means.
Is over. What do you say?
It's
we
probably
go back and
like
enjoy
anything,
the festival
like a lot of
again?
the things in NIKKE universe. It's like, what has science wrought?
Come on, let's go.
Science, we're all about coulda. not shoulda.
I'll follow along.
Proceeding to target.
Engaging.
Proceeding to target.
Hey, interestingly enough, we genetically created this giant bacteria that
Enemy
absorbs
spotted.
all life and grows into an unstoppable colossus. For science.
Hacking the enemies.
Just wait until I
Let's
become
keep
an
the
adult.
momentum going. Why don't they just develop
It's like,
something
thanks,
like
science.
an Infinite magazine?
There we go.
All right, come on.
Just getting into the groove.
Yeah, these are like permanent cover. I think that's a first for the game. Like, I've never seen like indestructible cover before.
Sorry to break it to you, but this Let's is keep the momentum going.
Getting ready.
I might need to switch out Modernia soon because if we're gonna get an armor boss, and I don't have
Class
enough
is
machine
over.
gun fire.
What do you say we go back and enjoy the festival again?
That ornament is like in the like. I wonder how many people are jealous of that ornament.
Proceeding to target.
Game on.
There gotta be at least
I'll
one
follow
person,
along.
right?
As long as you have me, you'll never lose this round.
Why don't they just develop something like an Infinite magazine?
Yeah, I can't kill that
Hacking the
cover.
enemies. Just wait
I-
until I
Should I
It's
push a
interesting.
little harder?
And then the worst part is the Raptors know it's like, oh, you can't do anything. We can hide back here all we want. Nothing you can do about it.
Better reload.
Where's the little dude? I don't see him. Shit.
Incoming.
Early boss. I'll take it. Thank God Pierce gets through shield. It's good. I'll take it. I will
may
take
look
it.
like a bunny,
We take
but
those
I'll take
around
on
here.
anyone, anytime, anywhere.
Come on.
Game on.
Proceeding to target.
I'll keep going. We haven't been pushed out yet.
I think here is good.
Since there's only one way in,
Precisely. And the entrance is quite wide, which makes it suitable for a campsite.
I'll go deploy the decoys then.
I see. We're setting up camp for the night.
You know how to do that?
Of course. I may not have been up to the surface as much as you, but I'm not completely unfamiliar with it. Also, my role is to trace the best route for us, so I'm good at picking the best spots to set up the decoys.
All right then. I appreciate you doing this.
I'm just doing my job. You don't have to make it sound like I'm going out of my way.
Let's go together.
I'll be fine. You should rest.
It's okay. It'll go by quicker if we work together. Then we can rest. Shall we?
Okay.
She didn't seem excited by that. I think my girls have the right idea. But now I'm just thinking, well, what is she hiding? I'm trying to think about who could potentially be. Like, I think it's a bit weird to think she's out here to sabotage us. Like, I don't think she's like exotic adjacent or anything like that. So I don't think it's like sabotage is her goal, because she could have sabotaged us a lot easier way, in a lot easier ways, and a lot sooner. She must be waiting for us to be like. Here's my guess. I think she's waiting for us to get to the root of the crystal, the roots of this crystal, so she can report back. She's looking for intelligence that way. That's just my hypothesis.
Are we sleeping here?
I don't think it's sabotage. I think she was being half truthful when she said, like, I'm looking for something that makes a big impact. I don't think she's as destitute as she wants us to think. That's just the way I'm reading it right now.
Yes.
What's wrong, Oleg? Are you particular about where you sleep?
Yes, but that's not what I'm worried about. You never know when or where those crystals might target us.
Ooh, that's a very good point. They could just come up onto us when we're sleeping.
There aren't any nearby.
Are you sure?
Positive. As long as you don't go to sleep hugging them, You'll be just fine.
But what if I get lonely? And what if I need something to cuddle with?
Okay.
I say that as I look around like, if only there was something warm and soft to cuddle with if I get lonely out here. What would you say to that? Elig, Hammerine, Neon, Addis, Rappy? Oh, woe is me. Oh, woe be the commander.
Are you always this on edge?
Naturally. It's the best way to increase your chance of survival and success. Exercise caution and strike at the opportune moment.
Hammering is also my spirit animal sometimes.
I also noticed that you fall asleep in no time flat. And you snore like a jet engine.
Let her be. Will that affect your sleep?
It won't be an issue. I wasn't planning on sleeping anyway.
Getting some sleep would be a good idea.
It's okay. I got plenty of sleep before coming here. I'll keep watch so you all can catch up on your shut-eye.
Eled, are you unable to sleep because you're too amped up?
It's that obvious, huh?
I noticed how excited you were after seeing the crystal. And you seemed much more expressive than when I first saw you.
It's an incredible thrill to finally lay my own eyes on something I was told about endlessly during the mission briefing. Do you think I'm getting too emotional about all this?
No, I like it.
Huh. So that means you like me?
Well, I mean, I do like you. But considering this is the first time we've met canon-wise, quite the logical leap there.
Typical master. Just blurting out whatever he feels.
What I say? What I say? What? I'm innocent. I am a good boy. I will have you know I am the goodest boy. I am the goodest commander. Rappy, please.
We'll take turns keeping watch. I'll go up first. Should you find yourself unable to sleep, we'll keep watch together.
You don't mind?
Shifty,
Yes, Commander?
how's Reclamation Site 1 doing?
All quiet. Surprisingly so.
Is it just so wrong to be born irresistible? Can I not be someone who is just blessed with a deity's charisma and a body chiseled from granite and, you know, everyone, and a long flowing locks of hair, beautiful eyes, pouty lips? Is it wrong to just be the perfect man? Is it so wrong? I dare say.
I didn't expect the optical camouflage to be this effective.
I kind of did, to be honest, though. Like, I get the idea of being cautious about it, but, like, there's a reason eating is still standing, right? Then take a break.
I was about to enter standby mode anyway. We'll be monitoring Reclamation Site 01 in alternating shifts, so don't worry.
Sounds good. You did well today.
As did you, Commander.
Mr. Commander, may I see that?
See what?
The operation device.
I take my operation device out from my ear and hand it to Elig.
How long have you been using this? When was the last time it was maintained?
I can't recall.
It's on its last legs. The connections are about to fall apart, and the parts are all worn out. Would you mind if I make a few repairs?
To be fair, it's like, considering how much crap I've been through, it's probably been in my ear for most of that. She's gonna find, yeah, you know it. By all means.
Just a moment.
Like, I didn't even have to say it. Like, we all knew. We were all thinking the same thing here, right? I don't know why, but I like Cameron a lot. That tomboy smile of hers is just like, that is a smile worth protecting. Anyway, she's doing good. Click, click. For a while, only the sounds of hammering, snoring, and Elig tinkering with my operation device can be heard.
Finished.
Huh? The status panel of my operation device has been altered. There appears to be something moving on the screen. I lean in to get a closer look. Is this a video game?
What?
I didn't think I'd get found out that quickly, but you've got some eagle eyes on you.
What is it?
This is Boom, a classic FPS. It's the father of all modern FPS games. The entire file size is only 28 megabytes, but it's still more fun than most of the games out there today.
But why? How did you?
If it's got a screen, you can run Boom on it. It's just common sense.
I love that this. You know what makes just how that's just how big my modernity print. You know what? Don't say that, Knight. Eleg will find your printer and install Boom on it. You do know this, right? Like, look behind you now. She's right behind you, ready to install Boom. I love that, like, you know, no. Like, I think what brings my heart a little bit of joy and laugh and just makes me smile is just the thought of, like, this is such a weird ass. This is such a crazy meme, but it's great. Like, you know, it also just shows, like, back in the day how good you had to be as a programmer. It's like, yeah, you don't have terabytes of space. You don't have 64 gigabytes of RAM at any given moment, right? You don't have a billion gigahertz of CPU. You don't have a billion clock cycles to work off of. Nope. It better fit on like 24 kilobytes or it's not getting shipped. It's just like, and now it's like, oh yeah, I could put that on like a, you know what? I say this jokingly, but you want to bet someone's put Boom on a watch, on a smartwatch. You know it, right? You know they've done that. You know they fucking done that. They put it on toasters. They put it on refrigerator screens, smart refrigerators. They put it on everything. I'm not so sure about that.
Well, it's the truth, so don't you forget it. By the way, this is more than just a title screen. You can actually play the full game. Although, you don't have a controller. I'll make one right now. Let's see. Gotta get some spare parts.
How's she gonna make a controller? I'm interested in seeing this. It's okay, I'll play it later.
Are you sure? It's really fun. I also installed it on Miss Rappy's weapon adjustment correction screen.
How'd you do that?
What?
Rappy checks her gun.
Not bad, eh? Like I said, if it's got a screen, I can install that game.
If I may offer one mode of critique, like, you might want to, like, if you're going to use with screens and you don't have a controller, make sure you have, like, touch controls available just in case. Just in case. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, you know, probably do that. When Rappy says what, it just triggers my Class of 09 memories with Jekka. Class of 09. God, that game was a big meme for, like, when did that come out last year? That came out last year, July, June, I think? The anti... What was it called? It classified itself as, like, the anti-dating sim? Something like that. I watched a bunch of VTubers... I watched a bunch of degenerate VTubers play it or watched our highlight videos. Yeah, that thing, like... points to creativity, and I'm not here to... And I'm never going to, like, deny someone. That game was not for me. I just looked at it immediately like, yeah, this game's not for me. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be.
Please erase it.
Oh, Rappy, you just broke her heart. Beep. Uh-oh. I'm good to talk now. You're late. Ah, damn it. I was hoping for a clue. Oh, sorry. Today was really busy. I wasn't able to steal away at any point. I'm finally alone. I told him I was sending out decoys. Then, how are things going? There are too many uncertainties, so it's taking more time than anticipated. Would you be okay if I had to wait a little bit longer? I didn't ask that question to get a useless response. I'm sorry. I'll proceed as quickly as possible. All right. The task at hand is of vital importance, so the reward will be accordingly ample. Thank you for that. I'll wait for more information from you, but I won't wait forever. Can bro stop texting change? Do you understand? I do that too sometimes, like, just because, like, I don't want to, like, a paragraph of text, you know? but sometimes you need to. But like, it's either like people who just chain like that, or have wall of text appears. I'm like, who is this person? It can't be. I don't think it's a terrorist. Again, I don't think it's sabotage. Yeah, that part is like, I get it. Right? I get that, right? Sometimes it's funny. I didn't text you. I get it, too. Yeah. But I think what they were doing there was, like, maybe for, like, emphasis. Like, it's kind of like how you do, like, in, like, written language or in, like, operas. I did not, you know, like... Yeah, the sass is crazy. Yeah, right? But that's the point. It's like they're trying to get the point across. Like, I did not ask for your opinion. Like, so you could practically hear the period at each pause, right? You could just hear that, right? Anyway. What was I saying? Right. Not sabotage. Maybe some very wealthy client who's looking for something sick from the surface. What if she's just doing this because, like, she has one really stupid, like, Uber Eats delivery that's like, oh, and by the way, when you pick up my double burger, can you also like go to service and get me some rare crystal or something?
What are you doing?
Oh, some delivery requests just came in. I was dealing with the customers.
Why do I feel like that's the truth? Why do I feel like not just to say that I'm right and that I'm smart, but like, what do I feel like if it feels like Liverin is giving you some truths here? What if I feel like she just told the truth there?
You sure are busy.
Just trying to survive. I'm just happy I got work.
Oh god, like that sucks, man. It can be. I'm sure it's gonna take some practice. Like I imagine, like professional figurine printers, professional figurine makers have to think about these things all the time. It's like, yeah, we can have all this cool flowing stuff in the character, but like if the weight isn't going to be supported, or if like something is going to come off and like the weight distribution, all that, it's like it's gonna suck, right?
How often do you have to work?
It depends. We usually tend to get pretty bogged down during the holidays.
That is very lucky.
But other than that, it's scattershot.
Keep doing it, Knight. I believe in you, sir. And or madam.
Must be tough. Are you done dealing with your customers?
Yeah.
Then let's head back. We should get some sleep so that we're well rested tomorrow.
All right.
There's just one thing. As far as I know, there aren't any holidays coming up anytime soon. And yet, you're still so busy?
Well, like I said, it can be pretty random. Guess I got lucky.
Really? Glad to hear it.
Yeah, me too.
Ennis is not buying it for a minute. The next day.
What's going on?
Neon.
What is this? My eyes are acting strange.
She did it, didn't she? I just know what's gonna happen the minute I click next. I know exactly what I'm gonna see the minute I see next.
What's wrong?
Some kind of game is taking up my vision.
What Google Glass could have been.
Huh?
At least Neon doesn't think she's blind. Doom Guy kind of looks like... I get it's based after Doom Guy, but he kind of looks like a mix between Doom Guy and Goblin Orkbog from Goblin Slayer? Is that just me?
There's a game screen on your glass lenses. Boom! Why is that ancient game...
Is this some kind of cutting-edge VR technology? The graphics look a bit outdated for that, though.
Listen, AR had to start somewhere. PS1 graphics is perfectly okay. Don't you know that's the style right now? Goblin Slayer and Doom Slayer equals Boom Slayer. You know what? I'll take it. That is canon now. Get on it, Shift Up.
Oh, look.
I upgraded your glasses while you were sleeping.
Totally.
I've given you the honor of being able to play a masterpiece of gaming up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a game. I want supervision.
That is supervision. Should have been room. Should have been room. Lapture Slayer. That's a good point.
Actually, I meant to ask you, where did you get those glasses anyway?
These? I've had them for as long as I can remember.
They're extraordinary.
I mean, in the Christmas event, we were the Rapture Slayer. That is true. Also, knowing what we know about those glasses now, and what Rion just said, just ticked something in my head. Like, oh, what if it'd be like that, though? I wonder, what if it'd be like that?
The frames are made of cutting-edge and lightweight materials. The lenses are in fact a high-performance visual display. I've never seen anything like it.
Neon has ancient technology on her, does she?
The internal OS has a ludicrously large capacity, and it's being utilized to the max.
That's what I'm saying, like, Also, because she's a spy, so she's, you know, deep, undercover. Overspec Neon in sight. It feels that way. Like I gotta be real with you guys. Like, it feels like that just ticked off a few things in my head. I'm so cold. I'm dead ass becoming a standing gamer now. To walk around. Yeah, get that blood pumping, right? I do that sometimes. Luckily, I have my trusty space heater right beside me. But like, when I'm working, my work office thankfully has a standing desk, so I just stand a lot there, get the blood pumping. Here, it's like I'm done standing. I'm gonna stay warm and use good old heat for that.
There was barely enough space left to install Boom.
Wait, what is that about the OS? Her OS is loaded to the... Oh my god, it is an over... It feels like an overspec. It feels like they're talking exactly what you guys are saying there. Holy shit. This is good.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
God, I
but
love
can you just get rid of this game and bring my glasses back to normal?
How dare you, Neon!
Just tap the top of your frames twice and it'll shut off.
Can you make it so that I can tap the sides? It'll look way cooler that way.
I'm telling you, you should look into that eyewear of yours. They are no ordinary pair of glasses.
Absolutely not. I really like... God, you know, like, I've said it before... I've probably said it a couple times here. One of the things that really keeps me playing this, you know, aside from the visual experience, we'll put it, is I really enjoy the story. It's been really fun to, like... Even though it feels weird, but it's also rewarding that, like, the events bounce me so far forward or so far back, but then I can tie each individual event together inside the game. I feel like it's a solid, like, world building, which is the thing that, like, I feel like so many games kind of miss the mark. Games and, like, good, like, so many pieces of media just kind of miss the mark. Like, the things that I like, I think that a lot, you know, and this sounds like, oh, duh. It's going to sound so, oh, duh when I say it, but, like, the things that I seem to gravitate towards are the ones with solid world building and solid characters, right? So it's like, duh, that's what everyone likes. But it's so much, it just makes me, what I'm trying to say is, like, it's so much harder to do that than it seems like, I guess, for lack of a better term.
What's that on that wall over there?
A room reeks of plastic and is warm as hell. Yeah, I imagine that machine's been running warm for a while.
What's wrong?
What is it?
Over there!
Uh-oh. I look into the direction Alec is pointing. Over on the walls, which have never been to our back and side... Sorry. Over on the walls, which have been to our back and sides... densely packed clusters of tiny crystals have formed. None of those were here last night.
Could they have moved over here?
Don't be absurd. Crystals don't have legs.
Maybe they have detachable legs?
Neon
asking the important questions as always.
At this point, I don't think that's totally outside the realm of possibility.
Maybe the crystal formations were already here, and they've only just now popped out since we were here for a while.
They, like, sensed our electric signals, basically?
You mean they move in order to consume nutrients?
You know, like a fungus. They adapted to our heat pattern or something like that. Why is Neon? How is Neon? I'll do you one better. Why is Neon? I like in sea, but highland so cold. I live in sea, but highland so cold. Sea as in Seattle or sea as in like Oceania server soup, if you don't mind me asking. You don't have to give me particular, but I'm guessing Seattle, right? Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia, right. Shout out to my Southeast Asian viewers. Appreciate you. I have yet to visit a lot of your beautiful lands, but I hope to one day, since I live closer to you than I did before. Like, there's a lot of places in Southeast Asia and Australia that I have yet to visit. I want to go definitely take some vacation time around there, but like, you know, Vietnam, Laos, you know, Thailand, let's see, Australia, New Caledonia, Tahiti. Let's see, what else can I think of off the top of my head? I think I said Taiwan. I don't know if I said Taiwan, but I'll say Taiwan. Let's see. Cambodia. No, Cambodia. Is Cambodia Southeast Asia or is it Africa? No, it's Southeast Asia. God, this is where I show how much of a dumb American I am. All right. Well, moving on then.
I've been thinking.
I haven't.
And these things seem less and less like a type of ore.
What are they then?
I said it from the start. They seem to act more like a fungus.
Don't they seem more plant-like to you? It has roots, dies as soon as it runs out of nutrients, and actively moves towards acquiring said nutrients. If that doesn't describe a plant-based life form to a T, what does?
It all checks out.
Just as a precaution, I'll contact the Botanic Garden Squad. I'm on good terms with them.
That sounds like a good idea.
We just met Botanic Garden. Flora, right?
Commander, how should we proceed?
Let's keep going. If we sense any danger, we head back.
Roger.
Oh, Livern's feeling a bit of a pressure. Livern's feeling like, I'm gonna have a hard time convincing them a second time. Oh God, slowies! I hate the tentacles. Oh God, I can't even hurt these assholes.
I've got to protect my sister.
Oh, sorry to break it to you, but this is the
Everyone,
end.
put your luck together and let them have it!
She just straight up murdered Small. Oh God, that's bad. Oh, and there's a silencer too. Oh, this is just a smorgasbord of all my favorite things. And Red's down. We might have hit the point of no return. Finally.
Reload.
I won't give up though. I refuse. The game's gonna have. That's my tank mentality. Game's gonna have to kill me if they want me to go down.
Game over.
Well, it seems like the game wants me to go down. Let's see here. Okay, so we did that before. Should I try squad 2? See what happens? I think Moderni is a good choice because there's just so many annoying things in here that I gotta deal with.
Engaging with enemy. Commander, stay behind me.
Better
Too many little
reload.
annoyances to deal with.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove. Why don't they just develop?
I'm just gonna retry immediately. When you kill 2 of my NIKKEs in one go, like you can just F off right there. Alright.
You can leave this to me. Trust me.
It's like not even a clean try. I hit, come on, I was clicking.
Reload. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Okay, I need to watch out for that. One more time. One more time. I ain't giving up.
Watch me closely, teacher.
Click, click, click. Isn't it good to get you to sleep, though?
Enemy down.
Come on, go ahead. Okay, they're alive. That's all I want.
Better reload. Sorry to break it
Down with those who would threaten the
Now we
kingdom.
must focus our attacks.
Still caught Naga. And crown? Oh god. Okay, yeah. I think we're hitting the point of no return. Wow, I took that long even with a machine gun kill.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
This isn't gonna go the way we want it to. But at least I know.
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end. Oh no, I was just getting into the groove. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine? Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
At least we know. At least we have a better idea of what we're gonna face. But we're just not strong enough. That's fine. It happens. It happens. And we're silenced, so yeah, our options are nothing. CP brute force is insanity.
So sorry.
Yeah, well, we tried. What's our
encounter?
What's our limit? 285 by the looks of it. All right. 285. I'm gonna make a note for that for later. 285. All right. Well, that's as far as we can go. We're 75% through though. We're getting there. That's the wrong one. Hit like 7% gap. It got more sync. Omega lol. Maybe different element diff is.
Come on.
We only have the one electronic. I'll give it another try. I don't mind. If anything, it just shows like there's gonna be a certain power gap. Like the fact that like it says my base is at 253 and I was able to like push it to 285 is pretty good. That's like a 30,000 power gap, which is significant. Question is, who would I replace and with who? %gap. Good progress though. Thanks, Soup. I wanted to go as hard as I wanted to push myself a little bit. Who do I get rid of? If I go back to Eleg,
Exia, at your service.
Exia. Exia provides us an easy burst 1 and sniper power. I'll give this a shot, but we'll see.
Along.
I think the power gap is just a little too big, though. We'll see. Let's give it a shot. Crud!
You can leave this to me.
Crud!
Trust me.
Imprisoning me. All that I snort. I don't know.
No, I was just getting into the groove.
I think also
Why
tactically
don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
covering for that was
Better
good.
reload.
Hacking the enemy.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Should I push a little harder?
Okay.
Oh, no. I was just getting into the groove. Better reload.
Get rid of that silence immediately.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
I gotta tell you, this shield guy is playing his part so well.
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
Now we must focus our attacks.
Why don't they just
That shield
develop
guy-
something
How
Those
like
heavy
shield
an
their
guys-
burden has
magazine?
been.
Press R to reload. Verifying code. Reload.
They're just jumping me. I can't do anything about it.
Press R to reload.
Silence is so
I got
annoying.
this.
Deal with. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
fall back for a moment.
The
I'll
gooey
leave
go
the rest
backward.
to you.
The gooey go backward. The gooey go backward? I don't think the gooey does go backward. I got close. We got close. I'll give it one more shot. I wonder if I can arrange the use of my buffs a little bit better
Watch over me.
and see if I can push it. Because I didn't get to use Naga. I didn't get to use Crown. Everybody was just basically out of commission.
just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Okay, gotta try one more time. It's important. I can't lose anybody. If I lose any NIKKEs, I can't really get through it. Let's see if we can do this.
Game on.
I lose a NIKKE, it's basically done so. We just can't make up that power difference.
I was just getting into the groove.
Are you guys immune
Better
permanently?
reload. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine? Why don't they just develop something?
Attacking the enemy.
Just wait until I
Now
become
we
an
must
adult.
focus our attacks.
R to reload.
Reloading.
Verifying codes.
One step.
I don't. Wow, I got rid of 2 of them. All right, this is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Shit. All right, one more time. I'll give it one more try.
Enemy spotted. Engaging.
Reload.
Better reload. Why don't they just develop
Yeah, I
something
can't
like
hurt
an
those
infinite
shields.
magazine? Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
Ahead! Fire at
Press
will!
R to reload.
Reload.
Press R to reload.
How do they kill Red still? Oh man.
There.
Re-engaging.
Is this a
Reloading.
sniper?
Attacking the enemy system.
Just wait until I
Target.
become an adult.
Ahead! Fire at will!
Press R to reload.
Oh, she is so slow. Oh, we're not getting through this. There's just too many annoyances and I don't have an answer. I tried. I gave it a good try. God, that slow is annoying. Oh yeah, we're done. We're donezo. We're donezo. It was a good try though. All right, we'll have to come back to it. But you know what? I'm actually kind of happy. I pushed like a 30,000 power gap really, really far. We'll get you next time. We'll get you next time. All right. So what can I do in the meantime? Still got a few things we could do. Oh, you know what we could do? We could continue Rappy and Red Hood's stories. We could do that. Sure. I get that taking bold new steps and forging a path to a new world's exciting, but is this really the right move? Of course! Things have always panned out for us before. It's not us I'm worried about. It's the Ark that concerns me. What about the Ark? Still loads of issues left unresolved. Exactly. You know, what's really getting under my skin is Dorothy. Can you believe she snagged herself a dedicated channel on the Ark? Who knows what she'll do with it? Maybe she just wants to do some live streams or something. That's what I was saying. I'm certain there's a man to see ladies of her stature on the screen. I suppose so. Maybe that'd be a big hit. Something tells me she's got her sights on something bigger. Dorothy will be the biggest titty streamer in the Ark. Something bigger? Like super duper dignified? Do you really think that's what I'm getting at, you dolt? This is Dorothy, so it should be fine for now. I think so too. What makes you so sure? Because she might need some time to calm her emotions, and I don't think she'll be overly aggressive. Me neither. I don't know what her intentions are, but she'll almost certainly be proceeding with caution. Well, our plan may take well more time than we expected to. I don't know. This whole thing seems like your typical action movie plot, you know? The heroes underestimate the villain, and before you know it, things blow up in their faces. Well, if it comes to that, we'll be able to stop her. She's not completely unreasonable. Can I ask you something? If there's something you guys are keeping from us? No. So why are you guys so perfectly in sync, huh? What do you mean? We're not finishing each other's sandwiches. What are you talking about? That's just how I feel. Likewise. Nah, there's something going on between you two. Oh my god, they know. They're like, you two are you two hand-holding? No! No, not at all. Isn't the telepathy that develops when you've been hanging out for ages? I've been around just as long, and I ain't got no telepathic powers. Well, Elig and Hammering are off investigating. Let's take time to have a quick chat. Oh, we're just catching up with everything now. You want to work off while everyone else is... want to slack off while everyone else is working? It's bothering you that much. Why don't you go help the others? I've got an illness that makes you not want to work. I get that a lot. Rappy. Yes. What do you think happened to Invilia and Chatterbox? Not sure. Even if they're capable of self-recovery, they're going to need a good chunk of time to recuperate. That's for sure. Even if they were able to, like, you know, kill Nihilister, that's still going to take some recovery time. One thing we've been able to learn is that heretics don't necessarily heal quickly. They're just really tough to take down. Did you destroy them? Almost, but not completely. Unfortunately, I didn't finish the job. You kicked some serious butt back there, for sure. Must be a real bummer, though, since you can't power up or anything anymore. I'd be lying if I said I'm not disappointed in what happened, in numerous ways. Yeah, but it's not just the toss's strength, but parting ways stings even more. This ability is dangerous and risky. How'd you meet with Red Hood? A long story. I'll tell you when I have time. I'd like to hear that story as well. I'd like you to hear that story as well, Commander. I'll be there. Yeah, they did. We did do Last Kingdom. And the last time we saw Nihilister, well, she was left... we left her to rot in a crater where she had been, like, defeated. We've been told there's some unknown remnants left in your core. Is everything okay? It's not a problem. If I were to guess, I'd say it's probably the last vestiges of Red Hood. Perhaps it's my attachment that's holding under her. Dang, you're still as cool as ever. Heck, cooler. You haven't seen anything yet. Ooh, exciting. Rappy, bragging. Never thought I'd see the day. Looks like they need some help over there. Let's give him a hand. All right. Oh, God, there's still more. It looks like there's something deliberately released this thing, right? Fingers crossed it isn't a heretic. I believe there's a high chance it is. I think so, too. That is possible. No, who, though? Nihilister has seen better days. Liberalo's solidly wandering somewhere near Eden. Liberalo. This is why I don't read any of this. Liberalio? The click per chat's killing me. Sorry. Liberalio. Is that either a misprint or I don't remember running into Liberalio? Or is that the sea monster girl? Invilia got wrecked. Who else is left? A different heretic altogether? We can't say for sure. We can say for sure that we've encountered so far there is all there is. Sure, we've seen some near the Ark, but that doesn't necessarily mean encounterable. Okay, but break it down. Either talking a few more stragglers, or are we talking a few more stragglers, or a 100-strong army? Either's possible. Great, fantastic. I don't get why you're so worked up. We practically eat heretics for breakfast. You always been rather optimistic about this stuff. That's one of my positive traits. It sure is, Theon. Rappy. Are there any heretic sightings apart from the ones we mentioned? No. Considering how vast the surface is, it wouldn't be surprising there's something out there that's simply gone undetected. No matter how many there are, we will defeat them, of course. Hold up. What if we do a 180 on this theory? Could that mean we're going to stumble upon some pilgrims, too? Possible. Okay. That makes me feel better. All right. Caught up.
I think I can do it.
I know you can, Rappy. So I would normally do this stuff offline, and I probably still will. I still don't know what these... Thor? Yeah. I don't get to be in his streams. I don't get to join or watch his streams as often as I like, mostly because, like, by the time he's getting into the real thick of things, he's, I have to go to bed, basically. But he's a super... seems like a super swell person. I'm sure he and I would have a lot to talk about with, like, industry or coding or programming or games in general. You have a fishy feeling about Thor? Okay. Why's that? I'm curious. I mean, he seems like a pretty down-to-earth guy, from what I can tell. Fifth. Am I still third? I don't know why. I don't know why I care about this all of a sudden. Fourth on that? That's pretty good. I don't know. Something about not fit right with me. I mean, you're certainly entitled to that opinion, Soup. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. I don't get that reading. I think he seemed loved by everyone. Okay, if you're thinking you're thinking about the idea of, like, this guy's beloved by everyone, there's got to be something behind the scenes, right? Is that kind of the idea? I don't see it that way just because, like, just don't get that reading
Third
from him. Like,
simulation begins. Wake
If
me
I'm-
up when the battle is over.
if I'm brutally honest,
What purpose will I possibly... It's going to be
if
a
I'm
bore.
brutally
isn't it?
honest with myself,
Enoch and I are apparently sisters.
and this, well,
I've
okay,
never
let me
seen her
put this
before.
let me put this in a let me put this
It's going to be a bore, isn't it?
let me take some time to carefully choose my
The
words
simulation
because
room
I
feels
don't want
rather
this to get
stuffy.
misconstrued.
It's going to
Even
be a
though
bore,
the
isn't
minute I
it?
put it out there, there's always going to be that chance.
The simulation room feels rather stuffy. I'd love to head outside. I'm impressed you've made it this far.
I think the reason
I'll give
why
you that much.
Thor doesn't bother me too much is because, like,
It's the final battle.
being an
Come on,
engineer,
we can do this.
I meet a lot of engineers who
Not
think
looking
a lot
good.
like Thor does, who act a lot of like Thor, a lot of the similar ways that Thor does. So it's like, no, like that's the reason why I think people think like, oh, he's a real person. Like, yeah, I can buy that because like I've met a lot of like people like Thor in my day. The difference between Thor and these other people,
I've prepared
though,
a special
in my
song
opinion,
just
is
for
that
you.
Thor has the, expertise
Showtime
of
for
a
no
level
war and
6
law.
or level
Everyone,
7
put your
without
hands
being
together and
a
clap
massive
together.
tool about it.
I'm okay.
Like, I don't know, maybe Thor has a couple, Thor being someone who's been in the industry probably has a couple stories like this as well, but like,
Did you see that? I'm strong.
something
When
about
my
like
comrades
getting
are
to like
stronger.
senior or staff engineer or senior staff engineer, basically you need to have lower skill in reading and reading comprehension and higher skill in yelling angrily to people. It feels like I don't hate everybody who's an L6, but a lot of the L6s I've dealt with, like, incredibly smart, highly technically sound people, very horrible people to work with. They failed the jerk test every single time. It's like, and the jerk test is basically, yes, you brought us a lot of money, you made interesting technology, or you designed interesting solutions, but were you a jerk to people? The answer is yes, and eventually, no matter how talented you are, if you're a jerk, that rope that you're just giving yourself rope to hang yourself with, basically. It's like, that's just my take on it. Like, personally speaking, as someone who wants to do game design, and I do need to get back to my game project. Thor was one of the first people that let me be like, you know what? I do have enough skill. I can do this. So, like, for me, it's like, yeah. And I started doing game dev. I was like, oh, yeah, I can totally do this. I just got to figure out the time to do it for myself. But now it's like, oh, yeah, I don't know why I was so afraid. I guess I just need someone to give me a push. Thor was that push. So that sip of water is for you, Goblin King, wherever you might be. Probably out playing. I think he's playing WoW lately with everyone else. Anyway.
Fully active. Pierce
But
through.
Soup, just so I don't feel like you're like, don't feel bad or anything like that. It's perfectly okay to feel that way. I think it's your thoughts are as valid as mine. So please don't feel like I'm gonna bully you, or like you're not allowed to say that. It's okay. It's just like with video games. Everyone's allowed to hate games. People hate games that I love, and I'm like, well, then I don't like immediately just like, well, you must be banished to the king from the kingdom forever or something like that. No, it's nothing like that. It can happen. Like I get that. That's also happens a lot actually, Soup. It's like you'd be surprised. It's like, yeah, you guys match a lot, but like for some reason the chemistry's off, right? That's been known to happen. So don't feel bad about it, right? It's like it's okay. These things happen. All right. Well, I think we'll cool down with one more talk with Red, who we are. Have any of you ever heard of the Grimm's models? A few times, yeah. Well, it doesn't sound like you're overly familiar with them, no? Only names, nothing more. Well, they could almost be considered the first NIKKEs. Why almost? Weren't they literally the first batch? Because the true prototype was someone else. I don't even know if it'd be appropriate to consider her a NIKKE, though. I feel you have to come up with another word to do her justice, Lilithice. Anyway, the Grimm's models are NIKKEs produced using the technology from that prototype. If it wasn't obvious enough from the name, the guiding theme for this series was fairy tales. Why fairy tales? You know what? This is a good question, actually. I've been curious why they picked fairy tales. I figured it had something like kayfabe-wise, non-kayfabe-wise. Figured it had something to do with, like, you know, free use, less copyright to get around, stuff like that. You know, Grimm's fairy tales are, like, public domain. But, like, you know, a lot of, like, popular literature, like, use, like, ancient fairy tales like that as, like, a good baseline of, like, ancient power. Because it is ancient. Okay, but yeah, let's hear the kayfabe reason. Why fairy tales? I can't remember exactly. I seem to recall it had something to do with them, like a fairy tale ending. The happy ending. I'm lost. Fairy tales usually have happy endings. So maybe the scientists thought it'd be auspicious calling you guys that. That would be my best guess. Anyway, the Grimm's models were produced with all kinds of different technologies. Yeah. So it was difficult to find suitable candidates. But in the end, they managed to scrounge up enough to make a team. The original Grimms, or yeah, the original Grimm tales? Oh, God. Not exactly happy endings. More like, if you don't obey us, something will come out from the darkness and eat you. Good night. If you're naughty children, remember, something will come out of the darkness to eat you. Sleep well. Turns off the lights. In the end, they managed to scrounge up enough to make a team. They can be considered more or less the original NIKKEs. That team of Grimm models is what we all know as the Goddess Squad. What do you think about that? Doesn't our origin story make us sound super cool? Original NIKKEs, suitable candidates, all these great buzzwords that just ooze awesomeness. What did you all do before the transformation? Come again? You said it was hard to find eligible candidates. What criteria did you have to meet? I heard it was nothing special. Apparently you just had to meet all the physical requirements. Wow, so you guys didn't really have too much in common? No, we were all from walks of life when we were humans. So unsurprisingly, we often got on each other's nerves at first. We'd argue about who was stronger, how to do things, whether to go left or right at a crossroad. We had conflicting views on just about everything, ranging from big to small. In our defense, we were often dealing with matters of life and death, so it sort of makes sense emotions were running high. Thanks to Boss and Lilith, though, we could usually push through. Still, I would never claim that we were on good terms with each other then. Eventually, a new member, Swordsman, joined us. No, sorry. Oh God, my nose is stuffed up. I think as much as I'd like to do Rappy on screen as well, I'm probably gonna have to call it after this because my sinuses and everything is telling me you're done. The legendary commander is his right hand. How the heck did that come about? You mean Scarlet? Yeah, her. So Scarlet was the last to join. Yeah, Lilith brought her in. From the very start, she was the real deal. She's not a Grimm's model, and Lilith brought her into the fold without telling us in advance. Scarlet isn't a Grimm's model? Nope. She was from a squad comprised of select mass-produced NIKKEs who specialized in melee combat. We found that out from Scarlet's story. She underwent a whole host of modifications, though, so by that point, she could hardly be considered a mass-produced model. Dang. I never would have expected that. Anyway, her arrival only made the bickering amongst us worse. Just think about it. A sword user joined a squad where everyone uses firearms. But, like, when the sword's, like, really, really cool, though. You know? A fold from the Mega Destruction Machine. But what if the sword was, like, super duper cool? It's practically like adding fuel to the fire. Oddly enough, though, it was precisely at this time everyone started to get along with each other. Huh? Really? I don't know which specific incident was the turning point, but everyone just started taking it easy on each other. Out of the blue? No discernible reason? Yep. Actually, looking back on it, things seemed to improve markedly after we met a family of refugees on the way back from the battlefield. They all broke down and thanked us profusely, calling us mankind's last hope. I think that would have been, like, the inflection point. And I also think, like, you know, even though you guys were always bickering, you also had each other's backs. Like, you get to know people in the trenches. Like, I imagine this is something similar, like, to what soldiers work through when they're at war. They're just, like, last hope. They're like, this is kind of similar to a soldier, I imagine. Where, like, listen, I don't agree with anything this guy beside me says, but listen, he's there to protect me, and I'm there to protect him, and, you know, something like that. There's that's that camaraderie that everyone in the military and stuff talks about. Anyway, sorry, tangent off. The whole encounter only lasted probably 20 seconds, 30 seconds tops. But he asked me, that's where things started to change for us. It made us understand what we were doing, the difference that our actions could make, and who we were. Anyway, after that, the Goddess Squad became a more cohesive unit. From that moment on, we began to make big moves. And let me tell you, when I say big, I mean ginormous. Go on, tell us. I really want to keep going, but my throat is telling me you're done.
Live long. Being alive is a blessing.
Good advice, Red. Good advice. All right, everybody. Sadly, I can't stay on for much longer because my throat is about to give out. But I'm glad I was able to at least stream for like 3 or so hours. We got farther than I thought we were gonna get. We got a lot farther in than I thought. I thought initially, like, when I saw the power imbalance, I'm like, oh shit, well, this will be I'm gonna have to start getting Belatra already because I'm gonna have to switch games. But no, we got pretty far in. I'm actually kind of pleased with myself. But it's gonna take a lot. It is gonna take a lot. Like, if I go back to the squad real quick. Sorry. It's not just like pure level either, right? It's like, it's skill level, it's equipment. Like, they don't all have like max level equipment. They don't have all max level skills, right? Even comparing it to like my auto squad, which like most of them have skills up in the high levels. They're still not at max level either. And they're like, Red, in terms of the power game, is still rocking over 60. And that's still not enough. We basically need like 5 red hoods in order to get through this. We'll get there. I have no doubt we will. But it's just gonna take a lot. And I'm hopeful I can at least continue to get up there on the grind. But it's gonna take a lot of grinding, and I don't necessarily want to bust out the credit card. I bought some stuff for myself for my New Year's money, but that was it. It's like, I'm not gonna give this game everything. And I'm glad I have that impulse control, because I know that some people aren't so lucky to have that, and these games are just nothing but predatory, which sucks, right? Okay, tangents aside, I got a lot of climbing to do. Like, if it was 285 and my highest is 272, I need to somehow get enough levels to build it up to like 270. Is it like 270, 275? I'll think about it. All right, I'm gonna call it there. Soup Knight, thanks so much for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it. I'm just know that like whoever shows up, know that this isn't lost on me. I'm not Pirate Software, but you know, I'm really grateful to, you know, have someone to talk to, someone to, you know, share, joke around with, and just to like enjoy this experience with. So again, to you both, thank you so much for joining me tonight. We'll see how I feel on Thursday, but you know, fingers crossed, knock on wood, that the cold is going in the right direction. Thursday we'll come back and we'll see what nonsense we get into. But until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. I'll see you later. Teitoku, ittekimasu. See ya.